Okay, you're good. You can go like at any point.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to the new episode, the third episode of The Graveyard Shift. You know, it's me, running away from monstrosities. T, running away from monstrosities. And then, in the back there, we've got our guest for today's show, who is a cursed individual with many hours spent questioning their sanity while working in a group with us on a group project. They're a big fan of pears and donuts and have been taken for around 5 years. They're a variety VTuber and an artist that draws cursed and detailed things. They also do a lot of very spectacular art in 3D. They're working on a game called Ghost Cam, where you discover the story of a ghost house. It's very explorative, it's first person, it's great. As well as some secret games, apparently. Very cool. You know them as a member of T's Harem. Give it up for Zid.
I need to make a correction. I fucking hate pears. How dare you?
Then why is it like always there on your stream?
Why is it
It
so
hasn't been on my
voluptuous
stream
as
for
if
like
it was
a
made
year.
with love? That okay, for context, by the way, guys, just a couple years ago, Zid made the most cursed pear in existence. I didn't even know what to make of it when I first saw of it, and I don't know how to make of it 2 years later.
It was a sculpting exercise.
Why did it have a butt?
Why wouldn't it?
Was it a part of the exercise?
Yes.
Do you not exercise your
There was
booty?
hesitation there. There was hesitation.
Do you not exercise your gluteus maximus?
When I'm modeling?
You gotta exercise your glutes. I mean,
When
look
I'm
at you, you're a
3D
model.
modeling specifically? No! Oh, wait, hang on. I have squats as part of my stream. Okay, maybe that's incorrect. Wait, no, I've never modeled on stream, so still no. Still no. I never
T,
include that.
T, you've done live 2D modeling.
Oh.
That's different! Yours is 3D!
You're a model.
I never did any exercises for that. It was just freestyle. And I did modeling once as a kid.
So
And I
you're a
didn't
model.
work out my butt.
You're a model in more than one way.
I've left that life behind, Zitty. We don't talk about those days.
You just did. I didn't know this about you.
Maybe there's a lot you don't know about me.
Yes. You're an individual human with over 20 years of history.
Well, then, you know what? Maybe you should try getting to know me a little better.
We both can't drive and we both live in the boonies.
I know!
We both to pay for Uber.
Uber is so expensive right now. It just sucks. It sucks so much. Okay, this is off track. This is slight side tangent. I see my grandfather all the time. I'm seeing him even more right now than usual. I used to see him twice every other week and once per week at least. Now I'm seeing him at least twice a week. It costs $70 a day for that trip.
Damn, bro.
To see my grandfather. It costs $70 to see my grandfather. And I can't tell him that because otherwise he'll feel really bad. But he wants the company, so so freaking Uber's fudging me over. I almost swore.
You're spending $140?
Yeah.
You should really just go to DD.
Oh no, it's $36 or whatever per trip.
Oh,
It's
okay. I
70
thought you meant
in total.
I thought you meant
My
like.
driver
Well, if
makes
I
me
just say
kiss him.
36, it doesn't make it seem that dramatic. I need the drama.
Yeah, well, my driver makes me kiss him, so I don't know. I think maybe the $70 would be good.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
what?
He's my husband.
Oh, I thought you meant drama just makes me kiss. You know how people
No,
have
my
different
driver.
habits?
But,
Oh, your
my husband
driver.
chauffeurs me.
It really sounded sketchy until you said that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
it
oh,
sounded super sketchy.
Yeah, every single time, I get a discount, but I have to kiss the driver. It's
Yeah. Though sometimes he brings dogs, so it's pretty okay.
oh yeah,
That's pretty nice.
Does he have mints?
Yeah. No, and the dog's breath is pretty bad, but
Oh,
they're pretty cute.
Yeah, honestly, that's worth it then.
does the dog drive?
This is dog drive. Yeah, it drives me mad.
Do you kiss the dog?
On the noggin.
Kiss the dog. Kiss the dog.
Anyway, welcome to the Graveyard Shift, where we're definitely going to talk about game dev stuff eventually.
Just before we get into it though, can I just say, I know it's a little bit early. We're like 4 days away, but you know what? Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, happy,
For like 4
happy
days.
Halloweeny.
Yeah, I just thought I'd put it out there because this is our October episode. This is the spooky episode. This is the Graveyard Shift. Halloween should be our month.
And that's why the first question is really scary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first question, what the hell am I?
Yeah, what?
What am I to you?
So you know,
You're beautiful. That's what you are, honey.
I think I'm going to disagree.
you're hovering in a hallway, chasing us down. What do you mean? It's amazing.
Like, I thought I was potato, but now I really don't know what I am.
Haven't you ever seen the meme? The meme of the kid like hovering in the hallway, like chasing down the other kid. I can't remember what it's called.
What exactly did you draw me as?
I
Terrifying.
drew you as the beauty that you are.
Okay, I guess today I have a nightmare about potatoes.
You're not a potato. It's just the lighting.
Yeah, you're more like
I
a
look
thumb.
like a potato.
Oh my gosh, honey, just recognize your inner beauty. You're magnificent.
Are
Okay.
you planning to chop me up? Is there like a version where I'm crystal
Is
inside?
it
or
what you
something?
thinking? Like there's a role reversal where me and Cece are like chasing after you with like freaking like bone saws. Like and the hunter becomes the hunted.
Put the witch in the oven. Bake her. Baked potatoes.
No. Why does it smell good in the oven? Why?
I'm sorry. What was the question gonna be? Yeah.
The question,
What was the actual
have
question?
you guys ever been in a fight?
Wait,
Me and
what do you
T.
mean? Like
No,
fist fight?
yeah,
Or,
like a fist fight, you know?
Oh, I tried to get in a fist fight in high school because I was just like pissed off and hating high school. And the person next to me was the one who was actually aggravating the person. And the person who was doing that fake punching thing. I put my hand out and I went, Power Rangers unite, and fist bumped them. And then they just walked away so disappointed in me.
Wait. So you put your fist. Wait. Hang on. Let me recap that a little bit. Rewind. Did they want to fight with you?
Not me, the guy next to me.
And
They wanted to fight the guy next to you, and you thought it was a fist bump, so you like intervened.
No, I knew they were trying to punch him. Like, they were doing a fake punch thing. And then, I wanted any reason to get out of high school. And so I was like, Power Rangers unite.
Oh wait, so
that's
you
like
tried
the
to join the fight so you could like get
Yeah,
out
I
of a
was
class?
I was trying to get beaten up so I could leave.
Oh, you were trying. Oh, this is like that time that I tried to make myself sick because I didn't do my math homework.
This was more, I wanted to be hit by a truck by going to high school. I wanted any reason to leave.
Well, yeah, I just mean like when you do something like on purpose to like damage yourself so that you can get out of something.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work for either of us. I did not get sick by eating soap. That didn't work.
So
What
you're
the
saying
heck?
you saved this person from getting punched by fist bumping them.
Well,
No,
you said that they
yeah,
were like
fist bumping the
slurm or
body.
like they were like you said they were like air punching, right?
Yeah,
The-
have
yeah,
you
they were,
guys
like,
ever
doing,
seen
like,
that
the-
fake punch thing?
Yeah,
where it's
I mean,
just-
I do it with my sister all the time. We do the freaking fake fight scenes.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
but like a threat more than
Yeah, this was the
acting.
aggressive, give me a reason not
Yeah.
to punch you kind of fake punch.
Yeah, okay. Why did you think fist pumping somebody saying like Power Rangers go was gonna get you like beaten up because you're like, they beat up nerds. How dare you try to stereotype these peeps?
No, it's more when people are being aggressive, chances are they're going to beat anyone up who messes with them.
Exactly. But you know what you did? You dissolved the situation.
I did.
That's like when I was being bullied in high
De-escalated
school.
it instead of
You want to hear the
escalated.
next best part about this situation?
Go on.
The guy who I stopped getting beaten up was my bully.
Did they still bully you after?
I can't remember anymore. I left not long after.
Dang. Because like
Oh, but they did message me on Facebook and they said that it's a shame we never got together because they bet I would have been a good lay. And I was like,
Okay,
wow,
so was it
I'm
like
glad
that
I left.
situation where like was it that cliche situation where your bully is like bullying you because they like you?
No, I used to get bullied because I was too witty.
Oh,
Makes
you were
sense.
too intelligent.
They liked my responses.
Oh, they liked your reactions. Okay, I
Yeah.
get that. I had that a couple times as well.
Yeah.
I got that as well, where people like they liked that I didn't like it. Basically, like they were like they did it for the hiccups. No, they did it like they would say something, you know, to me, or they would like harass me because they knew I was uncomfortable, and so they just kept trying to make me uncomfortable. People kept hugging me.
Ugh.
Really didn't like that one. Not a hugger.
Damn.
At least not to like people that like I don't know very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just weird though, because like there are those people who just go around hugging everyone at high school for some reason.
There are like huggers, you know, they're hugging people, but then the people did it to me because they knew I didn't like it. I was like, please stop touching me. Like, I don't like, you're a classmate. That is as far as this relationship goes. Don't. And yeah, so I got that kind of like bullied, but it also didn't last very long because I just didn't go near them. Very ninja-like in high school. What were your responses though, like to bullying?
So, with the bullying thing, right? There was a point in time where I was pulled off of a chair in the middle of class, like by my bully, like pulled it backwards, and I just landed on the ground, like back, like boom, right back of the chair, right straight down. And the teacher was like, "Perry, what are you doing?" And instead of being like, "He just pulled me off my chair, what the heck?" I was like, "Oh, I'm counting the stars, just like on the roof." And after that point, like you look over at the bully, and he's like covering his face, like trying not to laugh. After that, I didn't get bullied after that at all.
Yeah, because you managed to like A, you didn't snitch, and B, like you made a joke about it as well. So like that was the moment where CZ was like, "That's this is what I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be a class clown. This is what my life has been leading up to.
That's it.
All this time, I thought I was just another background character, but I'm the comic relief. It's time for me to stand up."
You think I'm a background character? What the heck?
I think you were a background character until that moment in your life.
I've
I
never.
mean, right now I'm literally the background character.
You're literally the main villain. It's okay, we'll do enemies to lovers.
Just
style.
a lonely
Fine.
bully background character.
No, bro, I said we'd be enemies to lovers. You become the love interest. That's like basically
Why
a main
do you
character.
run from me?
Because I want you to chase me.
It's all about the chase.
Bro, it's about the heat of the moment. I'm just trying to set a mood.
But anyway, back to being in a fight. I almost got suspended on the first day of like year 7 because me and this kid got into a fight over Foursquare.
I always forget about Foursquare, but so at my school we used to call it handball.
Well, he cheated, okay? Don't cheat at the game.
Okay. I used to be really good, but then there was the one time they had like a tournament for it at school, and I like flopped so bad in like the second round.
Oof.
And I was like, "You kidding me? You are so good at this, and today's the day you decide to be just terrible at it." Oh, that was the worst. But also, not gonna lie, especially in my school, it was a bit of a like boys' club, freaking handball. So that sucked. I didn't have too many people to play with because they were sexist in my school. Should have
See-
beat more people up.
We were just good at eliminating people who we didn't want in the square.
Just people you didn't want to play with, so you like basically teamed up against them, and you're like, "We don't like you, get out!" But we'll do it by the rules.
Yeah. And that's when you join a square that you know you shouldn't be a part of, and you become the king.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So you got into a fight because of this?
no.
is what you're
I got into a fight because he cheated.
Oh, because he cheated. I can't believe that's what led to a punch up. Like that only
Hey.
highlights your competitive
He
side.
started
You
it.
do realize that.
He
fight?
He did the first swing, yeah.
Okay, so technically you can be like, "It was self-defense, teacher," in that exact voice.
That's exactly how I'd say it.
I never got into a punch up, but like, whatchamacallit? This is like probably the worst thing that I think. I got in trouble for. I don't remember what exactly it was, but I got in trouble for graffiti in school. You did as well? I didn't realize what I was doing was graffiti though.
Neither did I had like a felt tip pen and I was drawing on like a really shiny playground piece of equipment because I was like, well, it's like a whiteboard, you can just wipe it off.
Oh,
Therefore,
no.
it's not graffiti.
Yeah, I thought the same thing because I drew like on the ground in front of the door, the classroom door with like, you know, there's like rocks that you can sometimes like make like chalk lines. I was drew on the ground and I like wrote something. I don't remember what I wrote though, but I remember the teacher coming out like, who did this? Who did this? And I was like, I don't know. And then somebody snitched on me and I was like, you kidding me? I can't believe you just snitched on me. I was like, I honestly don't know how this got here. I tried to play feign innocent a lot, so I don't think I didn't get like my parents called in or anything like that.
And
But,
then
like,
it
I
says
think I got-
T was here.
I don't know. Like it was yeah. It was one of the things I didn't realize what like it was a bad thing. But as soon as I like found out I was gonna get in trouble for it, I was like, didn't do it. Wasn't me. I don't know who did that. Because I was afraid of authority and getting
You
in trouble.
straight away lied to teachers.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Damn.
I think that was the first time that I probably actually like lied like well. Because when I was a kid, I used to be very bad at lying. As an adult, if I need to, I am very good at lying. Not in Among Us though. That apparently I just suck at. I don't know why. I think it's because it's not a real lie in terms of like I don't need to lie about it. But like.
So wait, what did you draw on the playground bit?
Oh, I can't remember. It was like my second day of school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, what was this like junior school or like high school?
Primary.
Yeah, same.
I just want to imagine that you were drawing like butts on the playground, just straight up.
No.
Just
That's
Okay,
probably
I
like
was-
a stupid flower or sun or something.
I wasn't drawing. I was writing. I wrote something. I just don't know what it was.
and then
I could count to 100 before I went to primary school. Didn't know how to write.
T became a writer when she got older.
Which reminds me, I did get uppercutted when I was in primary school.
Oh!
Right to the stomach, just poof.
Did it stop your hiccups?
Oh my gosh. Why do you have to reference that,
It
man?
made me throw up.
Dude. Okay. First of all, I'm so sorry that you like legitimately got like uppercutted and you ended up throwing up. That sounds horrible.
Sounds like a great story.
For context of CZ's stupid reference, for anybody who's listening for the first time or just didn't know that one reference, because it's so left field, I got roundhouse kicked by my sister in the gut, on accident, because like I mentioned earlier, me and my sister, kind of like fake fight. We do that like slow motion kicks and stuff like that. And my sister didn't realize how close she was to me, so she thought she was just gonna like kick like just in front of me, but she didn't really get it correct, and she actually hit me straight in the gut, and I had the hiccups at the moment, and she just kicked the wind out of me, and I immediately stopped getting the hiccups. So that was like, I guess, cure for the hiccups. If holding your breath doesn't work or drinking water upside down don't work, just ask someone to roundhouse kick you in the stomach, because that'll do it.
Oh, I just want advice, do not do this with pregnant women.
Do it. Get the baby out faster.
this just reminds me of are pregnant people like mechas?
Oh my gosh.
I
Is
asked
that
it-
from last
That was from
episode?
last time, but like, are they? Come on.
Well,
Look,
I
because that's
disagree.
not a
They're more like
mistake.
taxis.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say
Like
taxi.
self-driving.
No, not a self-driving taxi.
I mean, the
Well, the
baby kind of
baby's
has
not
control for like a lot of aspects. You don't always have control when you need a pee when you're pregnant. So
Yeah,
like,
that's the only control they have. But,
well,
you
I don't know. They
screw
can
your
give you
bladder.
Excuse
cravings.
me, if I'm in a taxi and I need to throw up, they're gonna pull over.
Yeah,
Imagine
So
throwing up. In...
throwing up peeing and also your cravings. Those are orders from the baby. That is from the passenger. That is not the driver.
Only the peeing. The
they just kick the
cravings is
bladder.
like hormones.
Well, the baby's the cause of the hormones, so I think it still counts. But yes, pregnant people are not mechas because, well, my reason is the mom is not like a freaking like machine. Like I feel for a mech they have to be a machine.
Look, a household is a machine, a perfectly oiled machine. And if one part isn't doing its part, I forget the rest of the analogy.
Exactly. Next question.
So Zid,
Oh, I know what it is. Then mummy leaves daddy.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Next question. I
Sorry.
don't need to start the conversation of mechs again. We went through this last time.
So Zid,
Hi.
because you're our guest for today. I wanted to know what was the first game you made / worked on. You know,
Oh, it's with you guys.
it was our game.
Yeah.
No, but that was the third year. There were games before that.
No. I
Not
started
for
way
fun.
earlier than you guys, and they completely changed everything.
So the only
So
game
the
that
first-
part was actually
right.
that. Nice.
You weren't taking as many units.
Yeah, because
You're-
I had like already done my units I needed to do.
Oh yeah. You were just doing like what was it? The elective units or something like that?
I can't even remember, but like when I started uni, there were far less coding and game making units. So it was more about the art stuff, and then they started implementing the coding stuff.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought you were like hella experienced and like ready to go and stuff, and I was like out of my depth. But really?
I
Yeah.
thought that because like the main stuff, there were like main classes, right? So we had like classes that was like create a mod and stuff like that, and like
Oh,
there
you
was
created
classes.
the mod, but that's not really creating a game. That was just using
Yeah, I suppose that's a mod. Yeah.
Bethesda's fucking
What about
Fallout
the
4 kit.
Okay, it was like the third. I think it was third year, but like there was like the class where it was like create like VR stuff.
That was at the
and,
same
like,
time
a
as making
mobile
the game
game.
with you
Yeah,
guys.
that was the same.
Yeah. Was that like a recent like edition or something? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
there
brand
units
new.
like that.
Well, do you want to
Okay.
talk about the game then? Because I don't think we've talked about what that first game was.
I mean, I think
Really?
I've mentioned it briefly, but I haven't like.
Are you
I don't
talking
know
about
if I-
Winter's Lament?
Yeah, Winter's Lament. That is what it was
Yeah.
called. I
forgot.
have the brochure
I
somewhere.
completely forgot about the name of the game. I just remember the name of like the project name.
I just keep remembering Lament. And each time I like see the word Lament, I'm like, I learned that word because of uni.
I think of like the 3D printed crow skull that we have.
Yeah, that Brad
God.
struggled so much to print.
I just like I don't know. I still have the project file and everything like that. I still have like the project files and probably the builds and stuff like that. And I don't know. The third year that was such a struggle for me.
Yeah.
I feel like each of us went through our own like
Character arc.
yeah. It was intense, man. I guess like what was like the hardest part for you guys? I feel like this is something we went through like way back when we were doing it. But like, like looking back on it, what was the most memorable hard part?
Memorable
For
hard
CZ
part.
not doing his goddamn animations.
Okay, you listen here. When I'm told to redo the hair 90 times in a row.
It wasn't nice. That's an exaggeration.
Sorry, 89.
It's better.
We had a schedule, CZ.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Cause like I did a lot of I like redid it like so many times and then had to retopologize and add less polys and add more polys and make it ploofier and make it less ploofy and I was just
No.
following the exact guide that you guys had laid out and then it wasn't right.
I don't even know why we changed the hairstyle. I missed the first hairstyle.
Yeah, me
I think
too. It
pretty
was
good.
like
I
round
don't
bobs.
remember. It's been like so long since we actually like did it that I don't even remember what the first hairstyle like was.
Wow.
We
Well-
we went through a lot of hair.
And now if I did it, I know how to do it. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
thing.
well, it was a learning process.
Because I would not do it the same way I did it back then. For
Like
sure.
methodry wise,
Yeah,
or just
I
like
would straight up just start with layers and that's it. Like
yeah.
rather
That
than
would have been better,
one
I think.
piece.
Yeah.
Yayo yayo.
Was
Dreaming.
it done that way for like to like minimize?
We wanted to keep the same aesthetic that a lot of the rest of the game had, which was just like like simple, big
Low
shapes.
poly.
Yeah. Yeah, because
But-
I knew we were going for like the low poly like aesthetic,
And
but
her
then I
hair
was
was,
kind
like-
of like,
Her hair was in between high and low.
yeah, her hair was definitely in between because the hair definitely wasn't exactly like low.
And then now that I think about it, I should have just done like layers and layers, and then cut back the polys per layer a little bit, and that would have been
Can
fine.
you imagine if they actually taught us how to bake normals in uni? Like how
Oh
much
my
better that
God.
would have made our work?
That would have been so much
That would
easier.
have been, they didn't tell you. Like there was no tutorial or like there was no teaching for baking normals. It was just like weirdly it was a part of the process that they didn't teach you, but you knew it existed. And you just
Yeah,
kind of
but-
had to like figure it out yourself, which I hated because I was like, I have no idea how to even go about this, and nobody's told me, and like I just have to like look it up. I didn't go into 3D. Long story short, not just because of normals, but because of a lot of stuff.
See, 3D is
yeah.
so much more fun.
I don't find it fun. Like, I mean, I don't
me.
mind doing 3D. I don't mind the modeling part, but every other aspect of it,
Animation,
I don't care for.
love it.
I would prefer hand drawn, legitimately.
Damn.
I
that
prefer the
takes
hand
so
drawn.
much longer.
I don't know why. I think I just feel like I have more control than like with the 3D stuff.
Okay,
Like
well,
to me, it takes longer to do 3D than 2D because I just get more infuriated.
going.
That being said,
Oh, yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say, that being said, for me, in that project, the hardest part of Winter's Lament, aka the Little Magical project, was freaking sound design was my nightmare. It drove me insane. So much of it. Like, you know, like, freaking credit where credit's due to our freaking, like, the artist that was doing all the sound effects for the game and the music for the game, and that was great. It was just like putting it into the game and also like knowing what freaking feedback to give, because I'd never even done anything related to sound design before. I didn't know what I wanted for the game. I didn't know like what kind of feedback I should be giving for it. I still struggled with that to this day. And then just like getting all of that done and having separate meetings, going to separate meetings with the like sound student as well. And then having it all done and then having to put it in the game, and ironically the putting it into the game was literally the hardest part. That I will never use Wise again.
Yeah, you'll
I
never
will
use
never
Wise.
use it. That stupid thing. And nobody else had problems with Wise. It was just me. But we had to use it.
So
We had to use it for the project. That was like, I was told it would be easier and like better, and it just wasn't, and it just killed me inside.
just brought back trauma.
It's been years, and I still am like never using Wise. And if Wise is ever used in a project, don't get me involved.
Well,
Say it like.
Well, outside of using Wise, what would you have told yourself back then? Like, that would help them, you know? So, like, what kind of
Part
thing
of
would
me
you
wa-
say to that younger you in uni?
Part of me wants to say buckle in. It's gonna be a long ride.
That's it? Say you
that
have
was-
like 2 minutes with the younger you.
The younger me.
Yeah, the university you. You too, Zid.
I would say probably. I would say rely more on testing and feedback, because I think that's how games become really good games, is based on people's feedback and doing repetitive tests. Like that's how to me, that's how you really flesh out a game. Like you can flesh it out through your extra push goals. You can flesh it out through, writing deep lore for your game and adding cool extra like bits and pieces. But I think that a game really becomes good when you take in like your target audience's opinions and actually implement it into your game. That is, to me, what will make a game good. And that's what I should have focused. I should have done like more of, I think.
And then we cut to Zid, and Zid's just like, I want to punch Castor.
No. No, for me, like, honestly, part of me actually regrets going to the uni we went to. Because it wasn't what I expected it to be.
That's what everyone has
In
said
what way?
about it.
Okay, so you guys know how I went to Think Tank Online last year.
Yes.
And one semester of Think Tank Online, I learnt more than I ever did at 4 years at uni.
I've never been to any other I've never been to any other educational like institution. Oh, actually, I guess I went to TAFE, so I did a certificate and stuff like that. But weirdly, TAFE and university felt very similar. Like very similar. Like I learned the same amount I did in TAFE doing 1 year of a diploma than I did doing 2 years of a degree. I mean, I suppose that's partially why they gave me the first year off of my degree, because like you literally learn the same stuff. I think like university to me was more about like learning about how to work with people, because my TAFE never did like group projects, and talking to like peers and stuff like that when it comes to like game design and stuff like that, because there weren't as many like peers that were focused on game design in TAFE. There were different classes that were related to game design, but never like game design centric. Like I'd have like an editing class. I do like a film editing class as like some of my degree, but like the teacher was a film teacher.
Oh.
Yeah. And like even my like, some of my other classes, it was like you'd be learning 2D design and like animation, but that wasn't for games, that was just in general. But yeah, so I kind of agree with it on this, because I learned from doing my degree, but I didn't necessarily learn all that much about game design. Like it was stressful and I got an experience, but I feel like weirdly I kind of feel like I could have learned the same thing,
I don't really
outside
feel
of
like we
like doing it on my own.
learned much about game design at all. Like, sure, in that final semester we made the game together,
But
it's like, in terms of level design, why things are placed a certain way, and
Because they like touched on everything. They didn't teach necessarily. They give you like a
they give you
definition
the
or an
opportunity
intro.
to learn by searching.
yeah. But the
on your
thing
own.
is, university is supposed to get you world ready.
Yeah, they didn't get us world ready. And that's like one of the
No.
big things that I like talk about, or I've talked about, is like, hey, I got an introduction on everything. I didn't get a portfolio out of my university experience. And that is a big part of that is my fault, because I thought the best thing to do when I was going through like getting all these like qualifications was to speedrun it, because I thought that I needed to get a job as quickly as possible, and to do that I needed a degree and a diploma and a certificate, and so I just speedrun it, and that's
And then
not.
COVID happened.
Oh my gosh, COVID.
Graduate. COVID.
COVID wasn't the problem for me. COVID didn't help, but like the problem for me was that like for this industry, your strongest asset is your portfolio. Like a degree will help you in later positions, like rising up ranks or whatever in whatever studio you're in, but getting a job at the studio requires a portfolio. And you don't get that. You didn't get that from this, like, I mean, I guess you did, but your portfolio consisted of exercises, not personalized work.
Not pieces that you would want to be known for.
There was like one class that actually encouraged portfolio work, and that was the 2D drawing illustration
Yeah,
class.
I got.
But the problem
Oh,
was,
really? I think the animation one wasn't that bad for it either.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Like,
Animation one for me felt more like I got one portfolio piece out of it, which is your final piece, and then all the other lessons were exercises.
Well,
To
the thing
study.
is, the way it was structured when we went is there was classes for the first year and there was classes for the third year. There was like no middle year classes.
No middle
yeah.
class.
Which is ridiculous to me. So like that was my problem in my, my fourth year was I had already done all the classes in my first 2 years.
I mean,
Because like a lot of them after that point are just the theory classes, and the theory classes are cool, but they're not really.
Yes.
there was
necessary.
I only had 2 theory classes. One from first year because I just had to take one of them, which I later found out I didn't have to take. They just told me I did because another person from TAFE that went to the same university as me was like, "Yeah, no, I skipped that," and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Anyways, my point is, the 2 theory classes that I took, one of them was a generic one just for the university of like, how do you write essays?
The bar one.
You know.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like, what was it? Was gamification. That one. That was the
I
other-
literally did the bridging course to get into university to make sure I could write essays. And I still
And then
had
you
to
had
do the
to
bar
do-
units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like absolute BS.
I
Well,
hate
and
them.
you know,
The bar
I-
units were
I-
so useless as well.
I asked them to say, like, look at my essay and tell me if I'm writing it right. And they're like, well, you won't know until after I've marked it. I'm like, you're supposed to be teaching me how to write essays, but you're not going to teach me how to write an essay.
You're meant to be my
Yeah.
essay, hombre.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of told, when I did the class, they kind of taught me how to do the essay, but they were just teaching, all you really needed to know when it came to, from what I got from that class, when it came to writing an essay, was how to freaking reference. That was the only part that I felt like actually
Yeah.
like important. And then when I say important, I mean like that was the only new thing. Like everything else in that class that I was taught or that they were talking about was stuff that I learned in high school, you know?
And let me just say, holy heck, like that. The only thing out of the whole of bar that I learned that wasn't in high school was how to write a grant, like straight up. And that was the only difference between high school English and the bar program.
I could have a really high GPA if it wasn't for those bar units.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're also the
The
harshest
only
markers out
time-
of the whole freaking uni.
Yeah.
think about it. We were doing a creative freaking degree. Like we were doing a creative major. I only used what I learned from that class for the one theory unit, the one other theory unit that I had, the gamification freaking class. Never ever did I use that again. None of my other subjects.
My communication units had it. It was hectic, like that.
Yeah, but
I,
that's communications.
I know, but I had a
Yeah.
6,000 word essay thing.
We're talking about games
We
here.
had yeah, this is a game podcast.
I'm
so you
sorry.
can keep your communications out of it. But like we had essays, so we had occasional, I guess, essays in
Mhm.
our like other subjects that would be like, oh, talk about the process for which you like made your final piece.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
compare subject A with subject B.
Yeah, it was like obligatory. Like even the lecturer was like, dude, we just have to have like one theory component about this,
Mhm.
one written component on this like unit. Honestly, I don't care. Just like throw something together. Like all you have to do is like give me something that's around this many words, and you're good. And like they didn't really care if you were like referenced or not. They didn't care. Like
Oh, they did when I went.
They
Oh,
they
well,
cared a little bit. For me.
they didn't care if I like referenced or not because like it was just kind of like, and it was like an extra bit. Like they didn't care if I even had any references in it.
What the heck?
Yeah. Well, because a
hated-
lot of it was about what your final project was, you
And-
know, like what your piece was, your game piece.
True. And
Or
and then now they're considering getting rid of essays altogether because ChatGPT is so like heinously
good.
used.
yeah.
Like it's used over and over, and like I heard a thing that they were like, yeah, we might just get rid of them for like, I don't know, a written test instead, because like if you're in person you have to write it yourself.
Yeah, there's no way you can
And then
unless you
that would mean
somehow
that
cheat.
marking would have to change because they can't be referenced up the wazoo like a lot of the
It's
other subjects can be.
it's so tricky though because like in games, like we really don't need the referencing. I think looking back on it, yeah, it's probably good to know how to do it a little bit. So for the 2,000 word, 3,000 word essays we did, cool, knowing how to do it, great. But for other like subjects in the world, they still need referencing for papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And,
gonna be really interesting.
I would hate if that written testing was applied to every single major because, like, first of all, like, maybe I'm just, like, a small minority of people, but, like, I chose, like, it's not the main reason, but it is definitely a part of the reason I chose to do freaking, like, game design as a major was because it was an art subject, and art subjects didn't have exams.
Oh yeah.
I do really bad in exams. I have crazy anxiety. So, like, that's a fun fact about me. I have generalized anxiety disorder, and when I go into a test, I don't do well because my anxiety goes off the wazoo. Like, it is insane. I'm surprised I graduated high school with my capabilities, but I did, so suck it, high school. But
Yeah, suck it. Yeah, screw you. Down with the high school.
suck it, education system. So, like, if there's a written test component in, like, a major that I chose because it didn't have tests or exams, and I could take assignments home, so I had, like, I could go at my own pace, and I don't have to, like, have the anxiety of an exam, like, environment, then that fudges me up.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, a lot of people have that, not just necessarily if they have, like, freaking, not just necessarily if they just have anxiety. Anybody with, you know, any kind of, like, a lot of people with mental disorders don't do well in, like, test subjects. Several people I know
fail every exam I do.
Yeah,
Like
I failed
classes,
at least
exams
half of
fail.
mine.
Damn. I
did
exam
so
pretty
I
well, I'll
make
be
up.
honest.
Yeah, well...
No, don't. I just
No.
I meant, like, I'm good at the last 24 hours of cramming.
Oh yeah, because you were that kid. You were that
No,
kid that
don't
didn't
say
study
that.
for any of the tests.
No.
That's what the C stands for in ZC. Cramming zombie.
Cram. Cram is actually
Oh.
cranberry jam, and I'm stuffed to the brim with it. Sorry.
I was like cranberry jam. That's CJ, not CZ. Is it jam?
The J is silent.
The J is silent and
Very
replaced with a Z.
Got it, but it's still pronounced jam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Jam.
But yeah, so like, I would hate it for anybody who does not do well, like, who pretty much, like, doing an exam for them is like mental torture and like isn't a proper and efficient way of like evaluating their skills, you know? I hate that. I would hate that.
You just reminded me of when I was at the driving center doing my freaking not written, but you know how you take a pre-test thing where it's like
Yeah.
So someone was there doing it, and their teacher was next to them, telling them every answer.
What the hell?
And there's no one monitoring this area, so they just cheat.
Wow.
Like,
yeah,
they don't know the
honestly,
road rules or anything, but they get to just drive because of it.
a lot of, I don't know, I feel like
Not
a
even
lot
that
of
hard.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
I
Oh, what
wanna be, like,
alcohol
a
level should
lot
you
of
have?
education
0.
system, whether it's driving or it's, you know, university, like, are kind of like messed up, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Well, wait, but before this, by the way, I don't remember how
Well,
we got to
this
point.
was how we started on games.
What was the hardest game we made or something like
Yeah.
that?
What was the first game?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that
what
was
was the
the
hardest
first
part?
game for
Yeah.
Ziddy, and then I asked what was the hardest
I
part.
think I
I don't have the
lied.
question. I was just curious.
I think the prototype I made for when we were choosing what games we were gonna make.
Oh yeah, because there was a prototype. That we
Yeah,
made.
mine was Dust Bunts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait. And I did say, what would you say to yourself as a kid, Zid? Like, well,
Oh,
the
that's when
younger
I was
you.
like, don't
Oh,
go
what would you say to you who was working on the project?
Oh.
and you were
Drop out.
like
Okay, but
Drop-
here's
You're
the
like,
thing.
you
I
were
was
through
like,
university.
I was in the midst of some really bad depression as well, and my medication was fucking me up so bad.
So you'd be able to just like be like, hey, look, I've been through the ringer. Here's what you need to know.
Look, I wanna
Start
like.
seriously doing 3D when you're 16 instead of waiting until you're 19.
Dude, I had so many thoughts of like, dude, if I had started like game design way back, because like I didn't want to be a game designer in the beginning. I wanted to be an animator, like back in high school, and it wasn't until university, like midway through university, or even the last year, I would say, of university, that I decided that I wanted to do game dev.
I actually
But like,
didn't decide that I wanted to do game dev, which is weird.
did you take it? Were you the one who told me that you took it because you thought it was fun?
No, so when I went in to like do like a one-on-one consultation thing, they were like, so what do you want to do at uni? And I was like, that's the thing. I'm having a hard time choosing what I want to do. And they were like, okay, so what do you like? And I was like, well, I don't mind advertising and I don't mind like 3D animation. And they were like, well, I've got the thing for you. So I did a double major in communications and games art and design.
It's so funny.
So like, was this like a career counselor who told you?
Yeah, like at Murder.
Oh, I didn't even go to a career counselor. I was like, I know what I want, and then changed her mind in a third year of university.
Because I just wanted to
It's
know.
like, you know, you hear the saying, don't make your hobbies your job, because you're like, if you hate it, you're screwed or whatever. You know, knowing
Yeah.
behind the scenes is worse than actually doing it or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's the
And then
work and
it's like
fun
the two
don't
things
mix.
you like. Yeah, you can do that.
Unless you're a clown. I'm a clown.
I mean, we established that earlier when you were like pulled off a chair by a bully, and you were like, "This is my
Okay,
moment.
don't.
I'm gonna do it, man. Don't tell me what to do.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say what I want."
so I have a quote written down here. It says, so Zid, your content has been called, it's not really smooth brain humor. It's more like humor got into a car, set itself on fire, then drove off a cliff into a gorge of cactuses. What is meant by this?
I
also
can't
have
remember.
Because that makes it sound like
I think it's like
human committed suicide.
it's a more complicated way of saying chaotic chill. One moment everything's fine, and
Where
suddenly
is
you're off
the
a
chill?
cliff. Suddenly you're off a cliff after being cruising around in your car.
So it was chill, and then it was like, I'm gonna commit some suicide.
Because like sometimes I'm talking and all suddenly in my chat is a bunch of people who are looking like, wait, what?
Sorry, I just wanted to know what the heck that was about.
I just have so many questions of like, so is it humor or isn't it humor? Because humor tried to kill.
Yes.
Like, it tried
In
to die.
Minecraft.
It tried to unalive itself, as
In
the
Minecraft.
TikTokers say.
Yes.
So is it humor?
Yes. What, you don't find dark humor funny?
Oh, I find dark humor hilarious. Do you know the amount of freaking, like,
Oh my
dark
gosh.
mental
okay.
health memes I have in my meme
Right.
folder? It's
Yeah, there's-
excessive.
Okay, I have really dark humor and Imric has picked it up from me. When his grandmother was on her deathbed,
no.
he says to his family,
Oh no.
she's got that corpse thing going for her.
Oh god. Yo.
Pick it up.
That's the time I say under my breath. Not out loud.
That's the kind of thing that you say that it shouldn't be thought.
Exactly. But when I heard it, the shock, and it's so funny, but the shock.
That's the type of thing that you think is funny, but you're really not allowed to laugh to in those moments.
Yeah, and then when you laugh, like you get looks, and you're like, oh no.
That's the type
Thank
of thing that
God
I have to
it
walk
wasn't
away
there.
and take a couple breaths for, because I'm not allowed to laugh out loud, and I don't want anybody to see that I'm secretly smiling and trying really hard not to laugh.
Anyways, I
Like-
think I ruined my husband.
I think you
That's
ruined it
good,
A long
that's
time
good, that's
ago,
what you-
probably before that.
That's what you meant
Nope.
to do.
Nope.
That's what you meant to do.
His best mate can confirm his humor has completely changed since he met me.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that it hasn't. I'm just saying maybe before that point it was he was too far gone.
Yeah.
Like that was when you realized it, but like he'd been gone for a while.
Okay, so you guys are both game devs, right?
Uh-huh.
And you guys both do like art. You guys both do 3D stuff.
I do art, 3D, and animation. I don't develop or code or any of that.
Yeah,
look-
I mean, we do different aspects. Some similar, some not. I don't really do 3D, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
okay.
game dev is more the coding side.
Well, I just wanted to know what you guys
We're from the game
use
industry.
as like your applications and shit, because there are some really bad applications out there, right?
You mean like software?
Yeah. So like, I use Krita to draw. It's not good. It's horrible.
Is it Krita or is it Krita?
I thought it was Krita.
What? That makes it sound like there's like an E in there. and
Like
it's
Frida
like,
Kahlo.
huh.
Honestly, I thought it was Kirita.
Like the Sword Art Online guy?
What? No, but there's no. But it's K-R-I.
Yeah, Kree.
Krita.
Krita.
Krita. Yeah, that's still. You're still adding like.
Karita.
Krita.
Kri-
Anyway, Krita is what I use, right? But I hate it. I just want to know what you guys would rate as like the blessed top tier freaking applications to do stuff on, whether 3D, 2D, animation, whatever, and what you would call is more confusing than a cursed pair Rhea. Thank you. Top tier versus cursed pair Rhea. Thank you. That's
Oh, okay.
that's the whole line.
Can I say that terminology is cursed?
What terminology?
What was it? Paria?
Yeah, like,
It sounds like pear diarrhea.
well, it's meant to be the pear's
Fun
butt.
fact. Pears help with constipation.
They do. They're very fibrous.
Yeah, but I don't think they give you like diarrhea.
No, the
Fun
opposite.
fact, if you eat too many, you can.
Yeah, I mean that's what they need.
They
to
actually
do.
have an enzyme in them that's what loosens things up.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Look. Okay, well,
Look,
you know
just
what?
rate some
You know what?
program. Like,
Some programs,
Okay.
yeah.
So what
Yeah.
program makes you
'Cause-
shit yourself?
it's called the brown note, and it really
Ah,
helps
yes.
me.
Using this software, and as I try it for the first time, it gives me a very hint of brown, a little bit of stank on it, some dung flavor in there.
You're not supposed to fucking taste it. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know how people like
Taste with their
like-
nose.
they taste with their nose, or like you know, like they'll say essence of something, but like, you know, they'll feel something or they'll look at something. You know, they'll look at an art piece and they'll be like, oh, this has essence of vanilla.
Oh my
Or
god.
something like dumb like that.
It's like
Essence of
wine tasting. You're
trauma.
like, oh, it's got notes of diarrhea.
Yeah, so it's like, if I'm not licking my freaking software, what am I, like, opening up my PC and licking, like, the hard drive? No.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, are you going to galleries and painting pictures going, yes, a hint of arsenic, and then you just die.
Well, I mean, they probably don't have that there. How fresh is this painting?
Very.
Arsenic is forever.
But
I don't think
speaking
it has
of
an expiry
painting,
date.
I am fine with Krita. I think Krita is a good replacement software in terms of, like, it being, like, a free software.
Yeah.
But, like,
That's why I use it. It's
I don't
free.
yeah, it's free, but personally, I don't feel as comfortable with it as I do with, like, Clip Studio or Photoshop. But, like, Photoshop's way too expensive because they have that whole subscription-based thing. So it's like Clip Studio is like that comfy, like, in between of, like, a little bit of money, but not, like, too much money. You know?
Yeah, and Photoshop's done some weird changes, and it's so confusing to use now.
I have
Oh.
not used it in, like, years.
Yeah, I haven't
because-
touched it since high school.
I still have to use it occasionally for some work stuff, because it's like, for tiling textures, it's way easier, but there's weird shit going on, and I hate it, and also it makes your computer want to blow up. It uses so much memory now.
My
That's
computer
not
does that the entire time.
I
I think it just wants to blow up.
I
Yeah,
think Clip
maybe.
is also really good for 2D animations. Like, coming from the side of, like, doing 2D animations, because Ziddy's more 3D and I'm more 2D, so I'm gonna take that
Mhm.
wing a little bit. Clip Studio is definitely the best. I think you have to. They do have like an option on their like regular version, their cheaper version for animation, but you kind of limited on like how long you can make the animation.
Yeah, it's like 25 frames or something.
Yeah, but you just have to like, yeah, it's 25 frames, but like you can cheat a little bit and just make a new animation, and then like essentially like connect them up in another software. So there is like a way around it. It's just like it's just kind of like it would be way easier if you just upgrade it, but it is a little bit more money. So I do like that they don't completely stop you from animating in like the cheaper version. They just kind of like are like give you a little bit of restrictions. So I think Clip Studio is still like way better when it comes to animating than other softwares. I've used OpenToons because it is a completely free software, but it is kind of a trash fire.
It's Paria. It's a Paria.
It's a little bit of a Paria. Yeah. So it crashes like a ton, and the only way you can like work with it is by using the autosave function. But like the autosave function is not default. You have to manually set it up yourself. And once you do finally manually set it up yourself, it like I set it up to do it every 5 minutes when I was using it, and it's just every 5 minutes you have to pause working for like, I don't know, like 15-30 seconds, let it save, like just let it do its saving thing, and then you can keep working. So it's kind of like interruptive. It's fine for a free program, but Clip Studio is way better. Also, Clip Studio is better because, much like Animate, OpenToons is kind of restricted with the kind of brushes you can use, so your artistic vision is a little bit like compromised because you're limited on what like tools and textures you can use with it. So yeah. Also, another good program for animation is Live 2D. So, Live 2D...
You've both used that now, huh?
I don't use Live 2D.
What do you use?
What's it called? VC Face.
Yeah, because they're 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
But you can use Live 2D to do face tracking for VC Face. If you have.
But, what is it? Live 2D, it's like, it's more puppetry animation than like hand-drawn. But if you're okay with like a little bit of compromise on quality, it'll speed things up for you. It'll be like faster. So guess what? Live 2D not just for VTubers. Also for game dev.
Game dev.
Yeah. So that's kind of a fun thing of like a time saver. So I guess for me, those are my programs I would like recommend is not Paria, I guess. Don't have hints of Paria in it, just like decent quality freaking programs for animation and Live 2D stuff. Oh yeah, and I I'll get into this after Ziddy gives some 3D stuff, which I'll get into like dev stuff, like coding programs.
You need so many programs to do 3D. Like, you can use Blender, and Blender is fine if you don't have money, but the best description I found for Blender is it's like using a Swiss Army knife to screw a screw into the wall. You're much better using an electric drill, which is made to do that, and just that. So it's...
But you can do it.
You can do it. It's just, it's not going to be the best result.
Or modeling?
Isn't it just everything?
Everything, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a free program, so it's kind of like...
It's open source, and it is like getting better all the time.
And it's got...
But if I had to list all the programs I use on a regular basis instead of just using Blender,
go on.
I will be here for a while.
Go on.
Are you serious?
Do it as fast as possible. I'll give you a minute.
My brain too slow at the moment. Oh, okay. ZBrush, Marbles Designer, Substance Designer, Substance Painter, Maya. There's some kind of landscape program that makes life easier. V-Tree. Fibershop. I can't even remember right now. That's 8 programs.
That's 8 just like that, like off the top of the head.
Yeah.
And which of them is absolutely dog crap? This is what I need to know.
Well, they're all dull crap in their own way. Maya crashes a lot. ZBrush has the worst UI in the fucking world.
It really
it's so hard to
does.
find.
It's so
Thank God.
garbage.
Substance Designer is extremely intimidating because it's a procedural node texture maker.
Oh, yeah. Weirdly, I feel like I should be more comfortable with node-based stuff, but I'm weirdly intimidated by it.
Every program uses it differently as well.
I know. It's so weird. So it's like you can never get a comfortable handle on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did I say Marmoset Toolbag? I don't think. I don't
No,
forget
you
it.
did not.
No.
Yeah, Marmoset Toolbag is for literally just rendering out models and baking textures like your normal maps and your ambient occlusion. And then there's also Substance Painter, which isn't as good at baking, but it can get the job done. But Substance Painter and Substance Designer are part of Adobe, which is, usually a monthly subscription, so that
Ugh.
sucks.
Ugh.
But you can buy them outright on Steam.
Is that why I
Marvelous
see
Designer.
you like on Substance on Steam sometimes?
Yeah, because it's part of my Steam, yeah. I'm
Um,
not giving Adobe more money than I have to. That's a program I have to use all the time. Marvelous Designer is for fabric simulation, but it's like $70 USD a month if you want to use it, and they
Ooh.
don't have a buyout option. However, if you need to do fabric simulations, it takes you like half an hour. It's so
yeah,
quick.
I have heard that it's really good for like fabric simulations, but I
But you
just didn't
still-
realize it cost so much, like per month.
Can you
man.
But you
subscribe
still-
for the hour that you need it?
Yeah, I know, right? But you still have to put it back into ZBrush to get things right, anyways.
Mm.
I can't remember the other.
This is
I'm still learning
surprising.
Photoshop. Photoshop is a hair card making program, and my results of it have been absolutely fucking disastrous.
That's good.
What other program did I not mention? There was one or two more, I can't remember.
You didn't mention MS Paint.
MS Paint, I don't use MS Paint. I use Photoshop or Clip Studio, depending on what I have to do.
Mm-mm.
But yeah.
That's so much.
I'm surprised. I was gonna say I'm surprised because so I feel like at least online, like people are pretty heavy like advocates for like Blender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Blender's pretty popular. I mean, I think it's just popular because again, it's a free program that has a lot of like positive reviews about it. And stuff
It's
like
not just that, it's also because it's open source, you have people constantly making things for it, as well as it has
Yeah.
a really good community that if you don't know how to do something, someone knows how to do that thing and can help you.
And
Whereas
it's a
Maya-
jack of all trades.
Is what?
It's a jack of all trades, really.
Yeah. But Maya is expensive to get into, and even on the indie license, that's $300 a year.
Ugh.
No.
Yeah. And so people don't have the money to get into Maya, as well as the community isn't as excited to help people out. And
Yeah,
until
they're like,
recently,
I'm paying $300 for this. I gotta make my like time worth it. I don't have time to teach you stuff. I'm trying to get my money's worth.
well, that's the thing. You can only use it until you either earn up to $100,000 with the stuff you've made in Maya, and this is Australian, not USD, and you can't work on any product worth more than 100,000 USD.
Ugh.
That's so constricting, man.
And then, if you want to be able to do that, you have to spend over $1,000 a month.
That's so much.
That's
Yep.
Unity levels of extortion.
It's Autodesk levels of extortion.
Oh no.
Ugh. Ugh.
You know how it's like there's always a bigger fish. It's like you've got Blender on the hook, and it's just a little complicated. Then below that you've got Maya, expensive. Unity eating its ass.
Yeah,
Like, right below.
but like, oh, I forgot to mention Unreal. I also like using Unreal
What do you use Unreal for?
games.
Yeah, it's a game engine.
Yeah, I know it's a game engine, but like some people use Unreal not necessarily just for game engine. I mean, the very common one off the top of my head, because I was watching a stream about it the other day, is some people use it for streaming. Some people use it for streaming content and
Oh yeah, does
doing
Doig
like
do
their
that?
features with that.
Is that
I know
Doig
that
uses
Doom
Unity.
does it.
Doig uses Unity? Damn.
But yeah, I use it to make games, and I want to use it to make my own like 3D streamer in the future for that kind of setup, as well as make like a debut video cinematic in it.
Ooh.
Well, I know people. I can hook you up. I can hook you up if you need help with that. I mean, I haven't done it myself, but like I thought about doing it if I ever had time. Like, cause like yeah, I was like, oh, if I ever have time, I have people who either have experience with it or have like connections. So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Well, whenever I get off my lazy ass.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, for me, Unity used to be like the go-to for game dev, but after all the drama that's happened with it, I am considering like switching. I mean, I already wanted to learn other game engines because I'm the type of person who I feel like I need to have a lot of different skills to like so that I'm not expendable. You know what I mean? So that I can like adapt. And so like I was already thinking about like learning other like engines, but after all the drama, I was like, yeah, I should probably go to another engine. But I've been talking around with people because a lot of people have been like raving about Godot.
Oh, Godot, yeah.
Yeah, Godot.
Godot.
For the it's weird for me to say Godot because I feel like I'm about to say G'day.
Look, I only say that because of the one dude in Phoenix Wright whose name is Godot. Like Godot.
Little gamer boy over here.
No. Anyway. Yeah, go on.
Anyways. But I've been like talking to people around me, specifically Veil of Hearts, shout out there.
Ban them.
Who has been like learning Godot. And
You don't have to say Godot, okay?
Godot.
It sounds
and
delicious.
Yeah, and they've
though.
been like
It's the Godot.
So they've been learning it, and they've been pretty much like, it's good, but it feels like a beginner's. Like, it feels like the software you use as an introduction, not for like full games, because it's still like really limited as like a free program. And like, yeah, like it's good for like maybe if you were doing a prototype or something, even that. So I feel like the go-to, currently the number one, I mean, it was already kind of the number one more popular engine, is Unreal, but I feel like it's become more of the like better engine this year. After like Unity kind of fudged itself. I feel like it was like kind of like close to or like equal to like popularity wise to Unreal before, and then they fudged themselves, and now everybody's like to Unreal, and like kind of marched that way and changed sides. And
I
also,
think it was just an excuse to move to Unreal.
Yeah,
like a lot of
that's
people
what
had
I'm
skills in Unity, so they didn't want to move, but because of what happened, they're like, I need to move.
I don't know, not
This thing doesn't
necessarily. I
have a
think
long
some people
life.
moved because of it, not necessarily because of like they were going to already. I mean, for me, it was like this is more of an excuse to do it. I mean, I'm not moving immediately. I told myself that if I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do it after I finish the current like game project, It's Dimension Wayman. Instead of like immediately doing it, because I was like, it's a hassle to port. Anyways, but yeah, so I feel like game engine wise, Unreal is good, but I can't exactly talk much about it because again, I'm going to work in Unreal, but I'm not working in it currently, so I can't say a lot about it as an engine. Unity is good, but I feel kind of questionable about vouching for it because of like all the controversy about it, and like it was a good engine, but now it's kind of like I feel like your reputation's a bit iffy, and I don't know if I should be encouraging people to go there.
I think it also depends on the style of game you're making. So you focus on 2D games, whereas I focus on 3D realistic games so far. And I'm working in Unity on one of the games, and honestly, it does my head in what it does to 3D models and how it compresses them and whatnot.
I think that's always been the case though, or at least for as long as I've remembered, where people have been like, okay, like Unreal is good for 3D, Unity is good for 2D. Like that is your, like if you want to do 3D games, you go to like Unreal. If you want to do 2D games, you go to Unity. Like
2D and low poly.
Yeah.
Because that's what its lighting engine does best. Like the high definition pipeline's pretty good, but you can't use that easily for VR games. It's just too powerful. And unless you're willing to write your own lighting engine for Unity, it's just it's not really great for 3D.
Yeah, also, in addition to it being, like, just jumping off of the whole, like, Unreal being good for 3D, I mean, Unreal's just known for its, like, sexy freaking, like, post-processing stuff and, like, lighting and stuff like that, so that's a big one. That's a big
But
one.
as an
to draw people
artist, it's actually dangerous to use that stuff. Like, when I was at Think Tank Online, the reason they continue to use Unreal 4 is because you can actually, like, if you make something that looks good in Unreal 4, when you're going to prospective employers and they see it's Unreal 4, not Unreal 5, they're more likely to hire you because you have to do more work behind the scenes for lighting.
Yeah.
Whereas
so it should have, like, more capabilities.
by knowing how to deal with lighting, you know how to fix problems in lighting.
Yeah,
Whereas in Unreal 5, you just click a button, bam, you got pretty lights, but if there's a problem, you don't necessarily know how to fix it.
that's like from a tech artist perspective. Not that I'm a tech artist, but like I know a bit about like tech artistry, I guess. Like you're impressive as a tech artist if you can, you know, make a shader from like, you know, I guess you're kind of impressive. If you make a shader with like a shader graph or whatever, but you're more impressive if you can code a shader, you know?
Yeah.
If you have abilities to like code a shader, it means that you know what the heck like goes into the shader, how it functions, and like it probably means that you're very capable at like the graph as well, because you know what everything does and how it creates what it does. So it's like it's kind of like if you have a portfolio with like coded shaders, then you're more likely to be like an impressive kind of candidate.
Yeah,
you
tech artists are like the in between coding and
Yeah, because they
arting.
create visuals out of the code and like yeah.
But yeah, lighting artist is like a specific job for a reason.
Yeah.
In the same way you have like hair card artists and character artists being separate.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's our review, our Yelp review on softwares for game design. I hope you guys like it. I hope it matches your taste. Give us 5 stars on our review.
I like
All the
And,
Blender people
gosh.
come to me later, ready
That's
to
it.
burn me like a witch.
So we'll move on to like more personal stuff. You ready?
Oh, okay.
What does it mean to be a part of Tea Time's harem? Harem?
Oh god.
For you.
I don't know, I'm asleep most of the
What-
time. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like
Does
the
it mean
cantankerous cat, whatever it is.
And what
I
does
feel
it-
like that's
and what does it mean to have Zid as part of your harem?
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of my harem is that right now, of like, a lot of them are sleeping, you know what I mean?
You just mess with them
Flynn?
while they're asleep.
Flynn, another harem member, he...
Wait. This is getting suspicious. If we're all sleeping, what have you drugged us with?
Dun, dun, dun. Well, okay. Not everybody's sleeping.
Can't
Dexy
leave if you're
Kuma
asleep.
is awake. Dexy Kuma's always awake. They're always coming by my stream. They're saying hi to me. You know, it's like when you're like at work and then your partner comes by and like drops by and is like, I brought you lunch, or I just came by to say hi, and it's like, that's cute stuff, man. That's cute. You're like, oh my gosh, they came to me like during my work day.
Yeah, but
And,
you
like-
say they're a harem member, but like they're only in the mod section. Oh.
Of the Discord. I don't manage the Discord. The social media manager for T10 Productions, also known as College
I don't know who
Zombie.
that is. I don't know who that is.
He's a community manager. Yeah, it's not me. But anyways, it's for Ziddy. Ziddy's like, yeah, Ziddy's sleeping like Flynn. They're taking their naps. They're a sleepy being. They like to nap a lot, and I respect that. I respect that. As somebody who is a tired individual a lot of the time, I understand.
What
I
number was
get
Zid in the harem?
1.
Oh, yeah,
Number
Ziddy was the
one.
first one because before the harem even existed. We were out for BBQ. We were out for Korean barbecue when this happened.
Making CZ blush.
I know. It was Kester, College Zombie, Ziddy, and we all out for Korean barbecue. And me and Z started this joke, and we just kept it going.
Yeah, but that wasn't really because ZZ was just blushing so bad.
I was
Yeah,
blushing
that
because
was just
Kester keeps
No, you're
asking
blushing
me-
because we're talking about going down on girls.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, don't talk about going down on girls.
Look, we
At
were
K
high
barbecue
on Korean
in front of
barbecue.
other people.
You can't blame us.
Jeez. And
I
I was
was
probably
full of the
blushing because
tummy.
Kester was nearby, and I was like, ooh.
Like, oh my gosh, so beautiful.
Oh my god, so pretty. Anyway, so you would say you know T very well, right?
No.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have a-
Literally the style of the stream.
I have a list of quotes here.
When was the last time we talked?
A
Hang on, I-
long time because
I
we're
gotta
both
see.
super tired and introverted.
So last time we talked was in June, and before that,
Before
February,
that,
I think.
probably a while.
yeah, I'm like scrolling up because we had a good chat then.
This
January.
is what happens
Oh.
when you're friends with introverts.
February.
Most of my friends are introverted. You do not understand how how much I don't talk to people until you've seen the dates of which I last messaged people in my DMs.
Mood.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I've got a list of quotes here, and I want you to tell me if it's T or not. Basically, who said this,
Okay.
right? Whether it's a reality or an impossibility.
My answer is yes to all of them.
Okay.
Wait, are these quotes?
Yeah, and T, you can obviously play too because I feel like you.
I have the
things.
worst memory, so I probably remember them.
Okay. The first one here. I'm hotter than a hickory smoked sausage.
That
I
sounds
think-
like tea.
I think that's not me. I think that's because I don't even know if I've ever said a hickory smoked sausage before.
It feels like something you would definitely say though.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
I think you'll find that with a lot of these.
Yeah. See,
So-
I already said yes
specifically
to all
picked
of
out
them.
things that I would say.
so that's actually Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob.
I knew it. I
So
knew
what's
it
the
wasn't me.
difference?
I don't know anything about sausages.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Okay, next
My
one.
cheeks on Sandy. That's why. I
If
haven't
I-
been outside in a while.
If I was a mum, this would be shocking. Just call me daddy.
Yeah, that's me. I said that. I definitely said that.
I haven't
Look.
heard her say that, so I don't know.
Well, you're the main player of this game. I'm like I'm the side participant. I'm the person like watching it and yelling at the screen.
Well, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna get these all wrong. It's
That's
gonna
right.
be
That's right.
great.
That's Patrick Star.
Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh. I feel like that's hang on. I feel like that's something I've definitely said.
I don't know.
That's kind of
I've
funny because, like, I
definitely
hate
said
people
call
calling me daddy.
before. I said call me daddy before.
Yeah, you
because
said
I
call me
said-
daddy, but in different contexts.
Yeah, I feel like I would have been like, I ain't no mommy, call me daddy.
Don't worry. If need be, I'm not afraid to use people as shields. I just don't
That
feel like
sounds
the
like
time
tea.
has come yet.
Doesn't sound like tea.
Aw.
If you didn't say that the time has come yet, I would have been like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
tea. But the time has come yet. it
Yeah,
doesn't feel
that
like tea.
last part. Can I actually? I don't know. I wanna say like maybe we should play this like a phone a friend situation.
Yeah, that's like we call a friend.
yeah.
Who you gonna
No, but, like,
phone?
I mean like I'm the friend.
Oh no, you
like-
guys can work together. It's fine.
You think I should work together? Okay.
I thought we were already working together.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was just yelling my opinions as I do most
You've got
of
me
the
muted
time
on
in a
Discord.
conversation. Dude, I've had that happen to me where I've been yelling and then realized I've been muted the entire time and then I've unmuted and I'm like, so so
Yep.
bad nobody heard that.
The conversation of why does everyone hate me? Please, my trauma from high school's coming back.
Anyway, did you
okay.
want me to reread it or?
Yeah, reread it. I remember it, but do it again.
Okay, don't worry. If need be, I'm not afraid to use people as shields. I just don't feel like the time has come yet.
I'm gonna say no.
I want
Like,
to say
I-
no as well, but I'm thinking about it. It does sound like something you'd start screaming in a game.
It's just the second part.
Hmm.
Like,
so-
I feel like I
I'd
would
say
have
no.
phrased
I'm
it
sorry,
differently.
but that's T.
Wow.
That's a T quote.
Was it from a game?
Yeah. It's directly from a stream. Like
But
one
was
of
it
the
in a
clips
gaming stream?
in her clip channel, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
Actually, I think she's drawing, but she's talking about like using children as shields.
Okay, that's one thought. But like, I feel like, yeah, you know what? That's probably if I was talking about children, then yeah. Now I think it's more me. Yeah.
Okay, T, you'll know this one, but
Uh huh.
don't.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Okay, cool.
For this one.
Being grown up is boring. Besides, I don't get jazz.
I'm gonna say it's not T.
I actually don't know this one.
No, that one wasn't T. That one wasn't T. That one was Patrick as well.
Oh.
Okay, how about this one? Grandson, come here. Grandpa needs to ride you.
Okay, I know this one.
I have concerns, but I'm just gonna say yeah, that's T.
Yeah, that's
That sounds
straight
like
up T.
T.
Come here, grandson. Grandpa needs to ride you.
That's straight up T.
We were talking about Norse mythology.
Okay. Okay. Oh well. I guess I'm not wearing any pants today.
I mean, that's just any streamer. Like any
You know, I think
VTuber.
I think
Pants
this is
optional.
Patrick. I think this is Patrick today, or Spongebob. I'm gonna.
I don't
say
care. I'm gonna say
SpongeBob.
T. Just
This-
any VTuber.
This is both SpongeBob and T.
Ah.
This is a dual one.
So technically, we're both right.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, no,
T. T, how do you feel being compared to so many SpongeBob quotes?
Okay, look, I started out with SpongeBob
Fabulous. SpongeBob is a popular series for a reason.
Okay, I know it's tuna, but is it chicken or fish?
Okay, I feel like
No.
this is me. Unfortunately, this feels
Yeah, like-
dumb enough to be something I said. Like
when you're
something
really
I said.
tired.
But like
really
also
tired but
like,
hyper.
what if it's one of those like ones where they like cut it in like a really specific place? You know, like what if there was more context?
I think
Like,
it's like someone had canned tuna or something, and then you
Well,
just like got mixed
Okay,
up.
I
salmon
feel
and
like I
chicken.
totally would have talked about it because like I have like canned tuna and like canned chicken like in my house. So I feel like I was talking about like canned tuna or canned like I know that it could be tuna, but like what if it's actually
like,
chicken?
Canned chicken, tuna, and salmon all kind of smell the same and taste slightly the same.
I mean, I don't eat it; it's somebody else's. But
So wait, what was the ruling?
I
I'll say it's
rolled
tea.
that it was something that I might say.
This is Jessica Simpson from
I
the
freaking
celebrity.
No, this is impossible.
This is the celebrity Jessica Simpson.
This is hard.
So what you're saying is it was T.
I've just got like really close to T ones that like
It sounds a lot like T.
it does. That's why I like these.
Look, you know what I'm taking out of this is that I'm a hilarious person and that I clearly should be just as famous as all of these shows and characters.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm taking away from it.
Sometimes
Remember
all you
me when
need-
you're famous.
Yeah. Sometimes all you need is a positive attitude and a knife.
T.
I don't know. This is hard. This is hard. This is totally something I could say. But like also, like I feel like I don't remember saying it. So it could not. It like sounds like something I would say.
Your whole
like,
thing
yeah,
is
you know-
having a positive attitude and a knife.
I mean, usually I'm angry, but I would totally say this. If like, yeah, sometimes all you need is a positive attitude. And a knife. And like I probably maybe even had a knife at the time. Sometimes I just have knives while I'm streaming. It's like it's so realistic.
all I'm hearing is I've done a good job.
I don't.
Making you guys
This is not a
question
game I
things.
can win.
Anyway, that's
This
not
is-
T, by the way.
It's not.
It's not T.
It's T.
Okay.
I don't care, it's T.
It's not. Here
The answer is
now
yes.
first. I would like to say, let me quote this now.
Yeah, you can just say it now and then bam. Ooh.
Exactly. This is how I win this game. I re-say all the quotes, therefore it is something I've said.
Oh no.
Hear it, guys.
What's the prize, by the way?
All you need is a positive attitude and a knife. There we go. There's the quote.
The
There's
prize,
the
I
quote.
win this game.
the prize
You
is
heard
the
her.
satisfaction of knowing tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I forgot. I'm still naked.
Ah, that's not tea.
No.
No, that's tea.
I'm thinking about. Sorry, I really had to pause because I was gonna say
This
that's
is-
not me, and then I thought about all
this
the
is
games that I've
Monster
played.
Hunter.
Yeah.
I
I'll
knew
say the
it!
game as
I
well.
knew it! Because sometimes I forget to put my armor on! And most of the time I'm naked in that game. Most of the time.
I'm kind
Look,
of scared
look.
of someone burping me, like you would a baby, but as an adult.
Okay.
That sounds like a CZ quote.
That's because I'm saying it right now.
I get to
I'm
say
going with
silent
CZ.
for this one.
You think it was me? No, that's straight
Yeah.
up T on Twitter. on
Yeah, I
main.
tweeted that earlier this year. If you followed me on Twitter, babe, you would know.
I do follow you on Twitter, I just don't use Twitter.
Well, maybe you should use Twitter for me so you can see the hilarious things that I very, like, once in a blue moon
I
post.
am intimidated by social media.
Aren't we
Well,
all?
I'm intimidated by somebody coming up and burping me like they would a baby, but as an adult.
Stupidity got us into this mess, and stupidity will get us out.
Not me.
That sounds like both her and other things.
I feel like this is something I would think, but I don't know if this is something I would say, especially not so cohesively.
Okay, well, this is Homer Simpson.
I was right.
Another food-motivated person.
Look, there are plenty of food-motivated people out there. It's not just me.
I too like food.
Okay,
See.
come on, buddy. Let a girl shit at a sandbox.
That's me.
That is you! Damn, you got that one so quickly.
I was gonna say, that is not me. And then as soon as you said, that's me, I was like, you know what?
Like,
That is
instantly.
something she would say.
That's the only Zid one I have on here. Straight up, you just got like, that's me. Okay,
I don't remember what game I was playing when I said that.
I don't know what game you would have been playing when you said that. Like,
I think it was Buddy Simulator.
I don't know that.
it might be.
Was it like the 2D game?
I'm not sure. I've just grabbed a bunch of quotes from everywhere. At this point,
Fair enough.
I'm not sure. Come on. Taking pain is easy. You just have to imagine that every bruise is a hickey from the universe.
I want this to be something that I've said.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. It honestly, I almost did, but then when we started getting deep about hickeys from the universe, I was like, okay, if we're talking about universal stuff, I was like, that's probably not me. I've talked about the time I accidentally gave myself a hickey, but like, this is more deep on a deeper level. So I feel like it's not me, but I feel like I want it to be me.
And Zid, what were you saying?
I don't think it's her.
This ain't T. This is Finn the Human.
There we go.
Adventure Time, yeah.
I knew it.
I
I feel like Finn the Human is the person I could be,
yeah,
but not the person I am.
definitely.
Yeah.
Did you sit on a pile of sugar? Because you've got a pretty sweet ass.
That
Again,
sounds like
something-
T trying to flirt.
I feel like this is something that I want to say, but when I'm thinking like stream brain. I don't think this is something that I've said on stream. Like, I think this is something that I want to say. Someone I want to be, but I'm not.
So what's the ruling?
For me, I'm gonna say I haven't said it, but I
would
wish I
say
did.
she has.
This is T.
When did I say this? I am smooth.
This is a T quote.
Damn. Who did I say this to?
I think I'm not sure if it was
Somebody in chat?
Dex. Maybe.
Dex? Maybe Dex. That's honestly, yeah. It could be. I remember it could be anyone because I've randomly like flirted, like pulled out some smooth flirt lines to somebody who's just come in chat through like a raid or something.
And then
being
you
like,
struggle to flirt with me.
You're different. It's hard.
It's hard when they're better than you.
I've talked to Dexy about this. We're both in agreement that like we don't know how to combat you when it comes to flirting. Weirdly,
flirting is witty banter. I love it.
I'm normally very good, but she does something. She uses some kind of black magic on me. Okay?
Look, Zid would fight you in a battle of wit, but it seems like you're unarmed.
Look. I'm just never prepared for what she throws at me. Okay?
I only have 3 more, so.
All my years of bullying has prepared me for this.
Your bullies were really flirtatious. That's what you got out of it. Damn.
Is a train a mecha noodle or a mecha worm?
I'm gonna say T. Especially because you guys were just talking about mech stuff earlier.
Mecha noodle or mecha worm?
Or
I
even
actually
ZZ.
am gonna say me, because I feel like this might be something I've said. I don't know, though.
It was either T or ZZ who said it.
Because, like, I feel like I've said something like this before, or this.
This is T.
Ah, ha, ha! I don't know when again, but yes.
This is on Twitter, I'm pretty sure. This is another one
Yeah,
of
I
your
was gonna
tweets.
say, I think this is something that I tweeted at some point, probably after the last episode or something, where I was just thinking about mechs, and I'm just like, is it? Is this what it is? Does this technically count? It's like, look, sometimes I think about that, you know, when people ask you, like, what counts as soup? Like, but in my head, it's like, does seatbelts count as bondage, you know? Like, this is the stuff that randomly pops into my head at times.
I mean, that's a really good question. Do seatbelts count as bondage?
Okay, literally,
I didn't put that
outro-
on here because it was too obvious.
It's too obvious. It's my go-to as seatbelts is safe bondage. It's safe bondage. It's bondage for the purpose of safety.
I disagree, because the moment you're in a car crash when you don't feel safe, they don't fucking, like, let go.
Oh,
That's
I mean, like, they're put there with the purpose of, like, safety.
Yeah, but they don't
And
make you feel safe once you're in the car crash.
I mean, they do. I'm pretty sure they do help, like,
They stop you from
minimize
flying
the
out the
amount of
windscreen.
damage. But, like, if you're in a car crash, nothing is going to feel good. You crashed a car.
That's true.
You crashed a mech at that point. You were in a mech crash, and
A mecha noodle
things
crash.
aren't gonna be good. You don't get a good feeling from that unless you're also a masochist as well as into bondage.
Yes. Immediately after you came into my hole, I found an egg.
Okay. Wait, oh my gosh, is this me or is this Hoppy? Oh gosh. This is really hard, because this is a game. This is definitely from a game, but I don't know if this is me or if this is something that Hoppy Chick would say.
Zid, what do you think
I'm just
about
gonna
that?
go with T.
Oh gosh.
I can hear her
Look,
screaming.
I think it's me, but I'm actually gonna go with Hoppy. I'm gonna say that I think it's Hoppy Chick.
Ooh, this is a T1.
Dang it! It's so close! The egg thing just threw me off!
Weaseling out of things is important to learn. It's what separates us from us and animals. Except the weasel.
Not me. I don't think that's me. I think that's a quote from something else.
Like, if it was just the weaseling out part, then yeah, but then the rest of it, nah.
If
that-
it went a little differently.
That one might have been a bit. It's Homer Simpson. It's another.
Okay. Yeah. Not me.
I believe the number 9 is the numeral equivalent of a cliffhanger.
Not me. It's too smart.
Nah.
That's
Too-
T.
too-
Really?
That's straight up T.
Numeral?
Numerical.
Oh, numerical. I did not hear you say numerical. I heard you say like numeral or whatever, and I was like, are you saying? Even numerical, actually. T, when did you become intelligent? And where did it go? Bro. I mean, I get saying that it is a cliffhanger. Like, that's totally me. Like, talking about number 9 being a cliffhanger, but the numerical part threw me off.
And then
It's too small.
here's the last one. I hope you're ready. Yeah, well, tell him that Sundays are for no balls, pee-pee, poo-poo rejects.
Okay, you know what?
That's just like me.
That's me. That's 100% me. I was gonna like not say anything, but that's 100%. Look, on a technical thing, I have said that, but you wrote it, Susie. You wrote it.
Yeah, but you said it.
I vaguely remember. I think this was okay for context. I think this was to Susie's
This is
friend.
to one of my
Swear
friends.
Boy? Was it to Swear Boy?
No.
Oh, okay. But
It's
anyways,
one of my dad's friends.
I remember. I can't remember the context, but I just remember being like, "Well, you should tell them this then," and then you did.
Like, there's
One of my proudest
there's
moments,
so
actually.
many quotes here. Like I don't think that's the best penetration. The best penetration depends on tastes. That's tea. Like,
It does sound like something I would say. I just don't remember it.
there's some weird quotes in here, but that's all the quotes for the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this game.
I'm baffled.
I'm baffled
I'm
that,
baffled by it.
that you and Spongebob characters are very similar.
Me and Patrick have so much in common.
You and your
Long
daddy
lost siblings.
We can. We're both hilarious. We can both rock a pair of thigh-high boots.
Both
Like,
pink,
what-
both wear green
both
and purple.
Oh my god.
Exactly. So much in common. Am I just Patrick Star? Is Patrick Star like an alternate universe like version of me?
Okay, but the real question is, do you have a brain?
Do I have a brain?
Do you have a brain?
I think doctors would say yes, but according to my experience, I don't have any brain cells, so I
Okay, yeah,
might,
you're the same person.
yeah, it might be a no.
Anyway, thank you for playing my
Learned a lot from today.
my amazing game.
I feel like I've come away from this with a lot of things to think about.
Are
Tea
you
a
okay?
starfish? I don't know. Ziddy, am I a star?
You definitely are.
Thank you. That's the answer. I am a star, people. Also, what's the dumb joke where people are like, oh, like, to stop hiccups, you just have to stop, like, thinking that you're a fish or something like that. So, like,
I have
maybe I am.
never heard.
Oh,
of
yeah,
that
yeah, no.
joke.
No, I know this. You have to tell yourself you're a fish.
To stop hiccups or
Yeah.
to start hiccups?
To stop. Sorry, you have to tell yourself you're not a fish. You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I've had people yelling at me, like, stop being a fish T, like, continuously while I've hiccuped.
If I
Doesn't
remember,
help.
it's either a Reddit post or a like green text.
It feels like the spin-off version of pineapple. Like, you have to say pineapple to stop yourself from sneezing.
Pineapple.
But then, like for the hiccups, it's like, you gotta tell yourself you're not a fish.
I'm not a
Don't be
fish.
a fish!
I'm not a
And
fish.
they're like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Fish!
I think those were unscripted.
Yeah, no, I just felt one coming on, so I thought I'd roll with it.
Ah, understandable. So,
But no, it won't stop.
if you guys were a monster, what would you choose to be?
A demon.
Non-humanoid.
Oh,
Like
okay,
Wyatt.
okay.
It
Because
says
I
in
was like,
brackets,
I am a monster. I am.
I
and
ju- I
would
just made
still
I just
choose
made
to
sure.
be a demon.
Just don't be your normal one. Just like off the
Okay.
top of your head. Maybe
Define monster. Is it like any mythical beast?
yeah, like cryptids work, mythical creatures, but not things that are like gods. So you can't be like Shenron from Dragon Ball Z.
So, wait, does this include like what about Cthulhu? Because is Cthulhu not a god?
Cthulhu is a god, so let's say no Cthulhu.
No Cthulhu. Okay, okay.
Like no eldritch
no
beings
eldritch
that
beings.
can control the entire universe.
This is hard because like I want to say a dragon, but like
yeah, same.
like
dragon or
jackalopes are
phoenix.
pretty cute.
Yeah, but like a griffin.
I would say drop bear, but we all know those aren't mythical like
Yeah.
creatures. They're
Yeah.
very real.
And they have
Although
chlamydia.
it's a common mistake. It is a very common mistake. People do not see that. Although, what about a bunyip?
Or a
Bunyips
yowie?
are pretty cute. be
Oh wait,
Yowie. I don't know,
Yowie's
Yowie-
humanoid,
Yowie
isn't it?
Speak for it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is
The
it
bunny
Yowie
is like
humanoid?
a water dog.
I only know like
I
the
mean-
chocolate versions.
Yeah, exactly. And on the front of like the Yowie packaging, it's got. By the way, Yowie, Yowie.
Don't correct it. It's funnier if you
No,
don't
no,
correct
I need it to be known.
You need it to be known that you're not talking about.
I'm not
freaking
talking
BL.
about boys and boys.
You have something against boys, CZ.
No, I'm just confirming that we're talking about a mythological creature, whereas I'm pretty sure gays are not mythological.
Yeah, but the size of like the hands and Yowie, like
I don't know. I'm
maybe.
mythological. Am I? I'm mythological and partially gay. What do you say about that? Is that not proof?
Yeah, but you're humanoid, not allowed.
good for you.
So,
Proving that maybe gays are mythological.
sorry to ground you in reality, but gays aren't mythological.
It could be.
Add that to the quote list.
You have some fun YouTube shorts, aren't you? For this
Oh no,
episode?
that's horrible.
Okay,
How to
Right.
get cancelled? This.
Yeah. How to get canceled.
I don't know. I said some weird stuff. I talked about a grandpa riding their grandson. Like, I'm
That's
not
every
too far
day.
going.
Your will is just a bunch of your quotes.
Everyone has to
Right.
decipher them. Whoever gets the most right, like whether it's tea or not.
I feel like I
gets
should.
the
I
money.
feel like I should. If I okay, here's the thing. If we ever create merch, we should. One of the merch products should be like motivational posters.
Oh, dude.
I thought you
Like
like
some
a
of these
shirt that says "Don't quote me on that."
Quoted by man who's quoted. Exactly.
But yeah, I would. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I want to say the obvious one would be like a dragon because it's the closest I can get to like what I already am. Because I like what I am. But like, I don't know. Jackalopes are pretty fun. They're like rabbits with horns.
Oh, those guys are cool. I was talking about jackalopes yesterday. How the
I don't know.
you're
I
in my
don't
you're in
know
my
your
brain.
life.
You're in my brain. Get
No,
out.
I'm not.
Anyway, what do you think
I'm
of
in my brain.
what do you think of a slime? They're
Slimes
messy.
are pretty cool as well.
Slimes are pretty cool too. Casual plug, just referencing my character that is a slime Gouda. I think that they're pretty cool, and they don't have to choose a gender. They can just be whatever gender they want. So, like, that's a pretty sick thing.
That's
also,
true.
if all slimes are as cute as Gouda, then that would totally be it. I get to be adorable slime.
Okay, but what about a
Um.
donut with teeth?
No.
Wait, you're
No.
saying that's not
No.
even mythical? He exists. What the hell?
Oh, okay, my bad.
That is
My
so
next
rude. He
question.
is such a nice guy, and I can't believe you just be like,
No,
Doing
no,
this to him.
no. I was saying that I would want to be him.
but he's not mythical.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that-
have to choose
This is why you have to
mythical
go
ones.
to the psychologist.
Okay, well that's the what caveat? Caveat. I
I wish
can't
I
be
had
the
a-
donut.
I wish I had a more interesting answer, but like my answer is just like such an obvious one, like dragon. They breathe
Yeah.
fire, man.
Look,
You can light so many candles.
does a sphinx count as being
You can start a bushfire
Humanoid?
really easily. I mean, it's not
before-
humanoid. I
because
guess.
they're meant to have the faces of people. Oh wait, what about like that face stealer from like Avatar?
Oh, that dude. That's like a shapeshifter, isn't it? Like I feel like that's the closest. Like I mean, closest. Not exactly, but like, it's kind of like a shapeshifter.
I feel like sphinxes and that guy from Avatar are both like pretty close to gods.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
The sphinxes do have a lot of power. And I'm pretty sure in ancient mythology they are considered
Did
minor
ghosts count as humanoid?
Ghosts? It
Ghost
depends.
dog.
Yeah.
Cause like,
Or
in,
they're
like-
grim.
true. You could be a Grim Reaper, but they're kind of godly.
No, no,
Oh,
a
Grim
Grim is
Reaper
like
would
a
be
ghost
kind of
dog.
cool, but like, isn't a Grim Reaper kind of humanoid? Because
No, I'm
they're
talking
like,
about Grims. They protect graveyards.
Yeah,
They're
the
dogs.
the dog.
I could be Cerberus. Wait, that's a god?
No, he's a god's pet.
He's a god's pet, but technically he does have like some power. But it's fine. You're allowed some power, just not universe-altering power. You know?
Mm,
I guess they can be considered gods as long as they can't change everything.
well, now we're breaking the rules.
No, because Cthulhu can just destroy the entire Earth, like that. Like that's it.
He could sneeze and it's gone.
Can I just be like a shape-shifting dragon?
Yeah, that's like me, like dragon.
I just want to be a
Magic.
shape-shifting, because like I want to be able to like
Okay, but your shapeshifting
like
is
walk
limited.
into a bar.
Your shapeshifting is limited. You can only become a smaller dragon, like a
I don't think
dog-sized
I can walk
dragon.
into a bar. This is hard because like I want to shapeshift so that like you know I can still get like the benefits of like humanoid stuff, but like I can still be like a big bad.
Look,
You know,
Yeah.
I disagree with CZ because most literature of dragons has them shapeshifting into people.
I know,
Ha! Stop it.
I know, but I hate that.
We don't. We like it.
We like it. As the two people who have decided to be dragons,
Yep.
we like it.
Fine, you can
Let
be
us.
you can be dragons that can shapeshift. Whatever.
Heck yeah, we'll be. If you've ever played
My
Monster
rules,
Prom,
don't
we will be the canon characters from the Dragon X Dragon novel. It's like an item that's like a smutty dragon novel.
Oh no.
I mean, we
You
already
can
have a
buy.
smut about us. Becky wrote like 2 smut novels about us.
Yeah, it's called Bad Dragon.
No.
No, I meant like as like like dragon, smutty dragon novel.
And I
We're
was
going to make a reference, a gaming reference. Can I not have it?
yeah, you can have it, but I was talking about the toy industry. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one. Look, it's been a while.
So, what would you guys say the most cursed thing you've ever said, drawn, or made is?
People think the tongue thing is really cursed. Which
Oh,
honestly, that little phrase could apply to both of us when I think about something that involves tongues that City has made. For me, I'm talking about aren't tongues just stubby tentacles, stubby mouth tentacles.
That is a T quote that I didn't put in.
Yeah, but that one's also a classic. The bondage one and the tongue tentacle one is a classic. So like, easy one. That was an easy one. So I feel like that might be the most cursed one. Is like the fact that like your tongue is just like a tentacle, but like your tongue is like an extra limb as well. It's like a extra limb that's a tentacle that like resides inside your mouth. Like it's a limb inside your body that is a tentacle. Like based on the definition of a tentacle, it is a tentacle. Like humans have tentacles.
So T, I gotta ask, what are you planning to grab with your tongue?
Tentacle. Tongueticle?
I don't know. I've been practicing picking up beans. How does that make you feel?
What about my tongue?
I thought
You
you were
want me to
about to
pick
say
up
what
your tongue
about
with my
my
tongue?
bean.
Do you wanna? Oh my gosh, we could, dude. We could hold hands, but like hold tongues.
But yeah, like, I feel like we should grab each other's tongues.
Yeah,
Our tongues.
this is gonna be so wholesome.
Uh-huh, wholesome, yep.
Yeah, because like you know when you see like two people just like holding hands as they walk down the streets casually, it's like that. But it's like it's also kind of like mysterious because it's like inside the mouth, so like people can't necessarily see it. So like
T, it's literally
private.
a fucking kiss.
no, think about it on a deeper level. Think about it on a deeper level.
I'm sorry, how long is your tongue? Like, we're just going
I would
hanging
say
out with our
think
tongues
about
like
it on a
fucking
deeper level.
anteaters. Walking
I
along.
wish my tongue was longer. I'll be honest. I feel like that would be more interesting. I wish my tongue was longer. Is there a way you can stretch out your tongue?
No.
It's depending on if you've got the like band underneath your tongue, you can get that cut, which makes your tongue extend a little longer.
But does
Yeah,
it
but
grow
then-
back?
No.
No.
And then
Oh,
you're
okay.
also at risk of,
Hurt.
if you sleep on your back, you can swallow your tongue.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
No.
Yeah, I sometimes sleep on my back, but usually, ironically, when I sleep on my back, sometimes I get made up in my dreams by demons. But, like, that's...
cold fish demons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not fishy. They just, like, it's a very, like, one-sided thing.
Mermaids?
Like, no, they're just regular dream demons that give me paralysis, so, like, I can't move. That's what I mean by, like one-sided. Like, I can't do anything about it. They're just, like, doing it to me. And it happens so often. I mean, it's not always kissing. The kissing was, like, a one-off thing. It changes every time.
Sometimes they sit on you.
No, the kissing was also them sitting on me. They were sitting on me and kissing me. It was the same one. Sometimes they're hugging me. Sometimes they're singing in my ear while spooning me. There's a lot of weird variations on this. Yeah.
Your sleep demons are weird.
Fun. They're fun.
They're really weird, yeah. There's so many of them now.
How often do you guys dream? This is just like out of nowhere, but like...
Like every night?
Yeah. It's
every
like
night.
every other night, maybe for me. And like if I ever take a nap,
I my dreams a lot.
it's like all through the nap.
Yeah, naps is like so
Sleep
good.
for me is not a good thing right now. I try to forget my dreams. I just try to sleep. I try to get a full night's sleep and then not think too much about what I dreamt. Because it's either... Yeah, it's usually, most of the time, like, not good.
It's about work or it's horror.
If you start writing it down, you're more likely to get, what's it called when you can control your dreams?
Lucid.
Lucid
Yeah,
dreaming.
lucid.
I've never had a... Oh wait.
I've
never thought about if it's a lucid dream, actually.
I used to have lucid dreaming with horror dreams. But I haven't had too many horror
I don't think I've ever had like
centric dreams. All of mine are psychological horror. Like I have this one reoccurring dream where it's kind of like sleep paralysis, where you dream of being like usually in a place you're familiar with. For me, it's my bedroom. And I'm in bed, but like I can't
dream
seem
of
to like.
sleeping.
No, I dream that I'm in my bed and I'm awake, but like I try to wake myself up and I try to like get out of bed. You know, I try to like lean up. But I can't wake myself up. I can move my arms, but I can't sit up, and I just can't wake myself up. And it's like being lucid, but you don't have any control. It's weird.
Isn't that just called sleep paralysis? Whatever.
Paralysis.
No,
yeah.
but I can move my arms. That's the weird part. So it's not entirely paralysis.
Weird.
It's like partially paralysis. It's super weird. Yeah. So like, cause like I have had full body paralysis like 5 times, but like. Yeah, this reoccurring dream is like part paralysis.
See, my
my
reoccurring dream is just me out like on a picnic date with some white-haired girl that I can never see the face of for some reason, and that's it.
Yeah, that's way better than mine.
But like, imagine if it turns out whoever you date in the future is white-haired.
That's what I was thinking.
Dang, that's what he's so convinced of. It's gonna be that. I just hate the ones that I can't wake up from because I just spend like what feels like 5 minutes like freaking out about trying to wake up and then I wake up in like a sweat.
I don't have those anymore. Like sometimes I have dreams that I know are gonna be nightmares. And like when I dream, I'm aware I'm dreaming. And these days I'm just like, you know what? Nah, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this shit.
Okay, I used to have that. That used to be exactly my thing. I'd have a nightmare dream and I'd be like, I don't want to deal with this. No nightmares. Goodbye. And then I just opened my eyes. And it was great. It was just sweet because I had control over my good dreams and I could just like get out of them and I didn't have to deal with them. And then I'd wake up and then I'd go back to sleep and I was fine. I don't have that anymore. My freaking power has gotten taken away from me. These demons are freaking sucking it out of me. Whenever I got sleep paralysis, I stopped having control.
Hey, yo.
Sucks.
I wish those demons were sucking it out. Anyway,
So what's the next question?
There's only one real question left, I'll be honest. And it's just to do with streaming, you know? Like, when you're streaming, both of you like to say that you guys don't interact with your chat that much, right?
Okay, I try to interact with my chat, and I don't respond, and I'm like, okay.
I interact with my chat too much because when I have a really active chat, I get nothing done.
Because
like nothing.
I don't even know
No.
how to answer. Like,
It's fine.
Alright,
Ten
tell me how you go
questions,
about
I'll
streaming.
answer.
I usually just do word vomit till someone talks.
Yeah, I
And then
get
when
that.
no one talks, I start up the word vomit again, and then I'm sad.
City just on stream like.
Bleh.
Thank you.
Yeah, people who are watching, if they can confirm.
So what you're
can
saying is
confirm.
you've got like
Your
improv
vomit. They can
skills.
confirm.
I guess. Like, one time I was streaming, this was pretty early on, and no one was there, so I was just trying to think of stuff, and then I remembered, like, the Victorians would lop off all the penises of ancient Egyptian art because it wasn't Victorian enough. And then people started coming and be like, wait, what did I just hear?
You've
It's
got,
like
you've
it's
got the
it's
shock
all the
factor.
like lurkers that are like, why did you say that? Like I was planning to just lurk, but I don't know if I can not hear like the context of this. Like what led you to say this?
Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of my chat
Like-
is bullying one person as well.
Who?
That's
Who are they
so
bullying?
different.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it here, but like, we had this new person come in, and they're like, wow, you've been so mean to this one person. It's like, one, they can tell us to stop at any time, and two, if you hang around, you're going to see why. And then after a while, they're like, oh my god.
Oh my god, fuck that guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. I've never seen this one guy, but
You lose
Sounds
brain
like fun.
cells. Literally, you lose brain cells by talking to him.
Oh, Sav.
It is
you know what? I
fun.
get it. I have. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna say. I've got one of those. Maybe a couple.
Just for future reference, I'm just gonna pop this on screen right here. It just says SSC Savas. If you want to hit them up with a message that says you make me lose brain cells, feel free to.
Feel free to hit them up with that. Just spam their inbox.
I mean,
was
that's
like,
not who I was talking about.
That's who I'm talking
no,
about.
no, that's who we think of in the immediate thought process of someone who makes us lose brain cells.
Well, my
Um,
guy literally fucked a couch.
Okay.
Oh, I know who that is.
I don't. But like,
I've been in your stream. I know who that is.
what if it was a really sexy couch?
It
Please
wasn't.
don't start.
Look, I'm just saying, I know a streamer, and like I mean, personally, the couch isn't to my taste, it freaks me out like a lot, and I don't understand why it has teeth. But like, you know, like somebody could be attracted to that. So like, maybe.
I mean, there are
They
people out
don't
there
need
who
to talk.
I'm not defending them, I'm just opening up, I'm being open-minded.
there are people out there
Love
who
is
do
love
it with their
wherever it comes
cars.
from, okay? If you get your jollies off to a couch, you got your jollies off to a couch. They can't always control what they're into. Okay, for me, the very different aspect, and there was like a part of me that almost was like, I found someone, a kindred spirit, someone just like me. But then I realized I misheard it. Was when you said my streams consist of just like bullying someone, and then I just heard it as like, I guess I just heard it the way that I'm used to hearing it is, much like many other streamers, I'm usually the one getting bullied, not bullying. I mean, I used to bully chat a lot, but then they really liked it a little too much.
I know,
It
that's why I
became
got rid of my
more-
redeem.
You know what that means, right? It means Zid's a dom on their stream, and you're a sub on your stream.
No, I didn't do it. It's just a lot of work.
Uh-huh.
And it's not like my job isn't to like freaking bully them for like 3 hours straight. I'm a game developer.
Uh-huh.
If I was to be a sadist as a job, then sure. Yeah. I could do it.
I can't bully on command. It's like, I go with the flow.
Oh yeah, you know what? Bullying on the command is hard, but like going with the
Yeah.
flow is really satisfying. And also like some people are so easy.
Yep.
Like it's like so satisfying. And to be honest, some people are so like easy and you're almost like used to it if you've done it before, that like you do it before even thinking. Like I've had times where I've done that and I'd be like, oh sorry man, I know you just came in, but like the opportunity was
screw
there.
you.
I didn't really think, I just kind of said it. I have a couple people like that.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And so does
Like,
Zid.
yeah, I try to establish it's a bully-friendly zone, but as soon as you say no more, that's it. And then everyone's
Yeah.
actually really good at stopping. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I had, like, the whole, like, when I had the bully redeem, it was like, you can redeem this for yourself, you can't redeem this for other people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to encourage people to, like, have a go at, like, others. Like, I would need to, there are boundaries, and I need to
Mhm.
establish that this is, like, a humor thing. We're not gonna, we don't force, like, this onto other people. And,
We
like,
don't
yeah.
condone bully, but
Yeah, I don't condone it, but, like,
If
as
you-
an Australian...
if you want
As an Australian, I
it's fine.
find it enjoyable. I've been raised to enjoy this
Yeah.
type of humor.
It's just cheeky banter.
It's cheeky banter, but it's also like it's the like I don't almost want to say it's like an inside joke or like it's like a roast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like a roast. Yeah, it is pretty delicious when you're doing it, and it's delicious for everybody else when they're watching. But like that's what I feel like it is. It's a fun roast that's like comedy mixed with like a little bit of insults, and it's like also like stuff that usually the person is like self-aware of, and that's like the funny joke, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I
It's
like
laughing
that.
with them, not at them.
Exactly.
Sorry.
But like, yeah, you always like you always have to take a step back and be like, yo, bro, I'm just like playing. Feel free to like come at me as well. Like this isn't me just at you. You can like fight back
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of my streaming and I guess my commentary, my chatting towards my chat, I don't feel like I'm very good because I feel like I'm kind of repetitive, and like I feel like sometimes I have good content, but like most of the time I don't. Like I have, look, let's take a look at those like quotes, and those are kind of like funny.
Those are good
But I
quotes.
feel like those are like once in a blue moon, and I can't do that like every stream, and that's why I feel like I'm not very good at interacting, because I can't provide like funny conversation like all the time, and I feel bad.
Okay,
And I wish I could.
well, a stream is not a YouTube video. A YouTube video is constant on highs, lows, like very quickly, right?
Yeah, and it's edited. They get rid of all
Yeah.
the lows.
The stream is a long drawn out thing, right? You don't have, no one expects you, and no one should expect you to be on 100% the entire time, unless they're doing an hour of streaming, right? Because that's their whole thing. If you're going for multiple hours, you're doing work at the same time, like there's a lot that's going on. You don't have to not be repetitive. You can be repetitive. It's fine. And people can like laugh at a repetitive joke. That's why certain bits
Yeah,
and,
but I
like,
feel like I
stuff
repeat it
go
like
on
too
forever.
much. Like there's repetitive, and then there's just like you went too repetitive. You ever have somebody who says like the same joke too many times?
Yeah.
AKA again, Seth.
Like
Just yeah.
I avoided saying when you guys both wanted to be dragons, the classic joke, because that's just overdone right now.
What's the
I'm
classic
sure
joke?
people would like
You know,
it.
dragon these nuts, haha.
Dragon these nuts.
Only nuts I'm gonna drag is teas.
Hey!
What are you gonna
Hey,
do to a nut?
I got an abundance of them over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's not your prince.
Teas nuts?
These nuts.
He's nuts. It's good merchandise.
But yeah. Yeah. I wish I did a better job at entertaining my chat. But like you said, I can't like. If I try to entertain my chat, I don't get any work done. If I do my work, I don't spend enough attention on chat. It's like
Exactly.
my mind isn't very good at like splitting between them.
But
And
no
also,
one.
like, keeping track. It's like, yeah, I've said something 5 seconds ago, but I've also said 12 other things in the last 5 seconds, and I can't remember what you're referring to in chat, and I'm so sorry.
Exactly. I say something and then it's gone. Like I don't remember it, and I have to constantly be like, "What are you even talking about? What part was this funny to?"
And then
Like I have
sometimes
no idea.
you say something and no one responds. You're like, okay, is it the chat delay, or does no one want to respond anymore, or what's going on?
Yeah. But
I mean, look, I've at least for currently, I am determined to not care about entertaining.
Mhm.
sorry to everybody who follows for entertainment. First of all, why there's no entertainment? I don't see why you're following. And two, if you're watching this in the future or listening to this in the future, we're recording this at the end of October, as we said earlier. It's like towards Halloween, and I am making Interdimensional Mailman, a game that I said that I would release at the end of this year, 2023. So I basically have like 2 months to get that done and like finished. And so like my next like streams for 2 months are probably mostly gonna be focused on like grinding and like getting stuff done. So
anyway,
I feel like I'm not gonna be that entertaining.
So anyway, come check it out. Twitch.tv/tea time.
I'm not a person who never
/tea
finishes
time.
anything.
You never finish anything? That's my fear. That's my fear is not finishing anything. So
Well-
like that's why I put so much pressure on myself.
Well then, do you want to tell us what you both are working on then? Because that was literally the last thing that I wrote down. It says so. Before we go, can we get you guys to shout out what you're working on? You know.
Z, you wanna go first?
I had a birthday subathon all the way back at the end of May, and there was a raffle and redeems, and I'm still working on those.
Yeah, I get that.
My
I'm
goal
fine
is
with
to
that.
finish them before the end of the year.
I'm still working on like one last commission for my commissions that I opened like at the start of the year.
But like, what about the games that you guys are working on? Because I know, but that both of you are
Yeah,
working on games
as a
right
game developer, what you working on? What are you working on
now. That you can
specifically? The
that
ones
you can
you're
talk
allowed
about.
to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, like, in the city, I work on CG stuff, and then the games I'm working on, one is Drop Point. It's a third-person action shooter, like PUBG kind of thing, where you build and whatnot.
Oh.
And the other one is Ghost Cam, which is a VR first-person game. Can you even play third-person in VR?
Yes.
But yeah, you're trying to work out the story of a ghost.
But it's more like a board game in VR.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds cool. I've never really looked at a VR board game before.
Oh
but
no.
sounds pretty sick.
I was talking about third person in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So to
okay.
play third person in VR, you have to use a board game kind of thing.
And then, yeah, I'm
Controls.
working on my own little project very slowly to
Ooh.
try and, like, make my debut eventually.
Nice.
Nice. And what is that like? Can you give us a rundown of the hand game? The spooky game.
Oh, the Ghost Cam game?
Yeah. What's it about?
You run around a house with a camera trying to work out the story of what happened. That's about all I can say.
Oh, kind of like it's not exactly like, but I think like what is it? You know the like Edith Finch game? You remember that one? That
I
was
think
like-
I had it on as background noise before, but I haven't actually, like...
Well,
really
yeah,
recall.
I don't remember the exact name of it, but like that's basically the name of it. It's like Edith Finch, and it's like about this like person who's like inherited a house, and then they go through all the stories of how like their family members, like each passed away.
Oh, yeah, I know
Unfortunately.
the game you talk about. It's not quite like that. It's more of a... You're going through the house and you seem to give the story based upon the memories and stuff. Like, it's not narrated.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Yeah.
it's like kind of like your own interpretation.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It's early
Very
stages.
Very cool. And I am working on, as I mentioned before, Interdimensional Mailman, a game where you play as a mailman or woman, no gender specific, and you essentially deliver letters between 4 NPCs living vicariously through the events that play out in their lives by reading their letters totally legally. And it's just gonna be a free game that I'm releasing at the end of the year. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Paper Mario vibe aesthetically, very cute. And I'm looking forward to releasing it. Aside from that, I also have 2 other games that I'm working on. A Metroidvania called He's Not Your Princess, where your boyfriend gets mistaken for a princess and kidnapped by a bunch of living nuts and taken to another world, and you have to bust your way through this world of living nuts to rescue your dude in a dress. And then lastly, the last game that I'm working on is a dating sim, specifically a duck dating sim. It is literally as it sounds. A dating sim where you date ducks, kind of like a Dirtful Boyfriend, but a little bit sexier. And I'm working on it with a very cool artist called Addison_Fanta. We're hoping to release our first version of it next year, early next year, hopefully, of the character called Kelly, a white pekin duck. I'm very excited for it. The demos are going to be released for free, and the full game will be a paid-to-play kind of thing, but we're just trying to start off with our demos and see how people feel about them. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then all we have left is questions, and there's only 3 questions.
Yeah, there are 3 questions. These are the questions that people have submitted throughout the stream, or sorry, throughout the podcast that we are streaming. These are submissions people can put in. You can put in more submissions while we're answering the questions as well. So if you have any last minute questions you want to get in, please feel free to redeem the ask questions and put in your question. So let's start it out. What's the first question?
The first question is to Zid. Would you rather take T or CZ in a fight?
I am so weak.
I mean,
you guys are pretty equal to me, but I think it's more likely to turn into a hot makeout fest with T.
Hey.
And that means you could win, right?
I think we both win.
You don't know my technique.
You don't know mine, so therefore I think we both win.
We'll practice our tongue holding.
That's how the tongue holding turns into the fist fight.
What is this? I feel like it's like tongue holding turns into fist fight. I was thinking like a tongue holding tournament. Battle of the tongues. Tongue wrestling.
Right. Okay. How often do you guys think of Rome from Hail Smash?
The place?
Yeah.
I guess I think about it like... I think about it often? I don't know, because like I think of like mythology and stuff like that. Like Roman mythology, and I think that's cool. And yeah, I don't think of Rome too often, but I guess I do like the place. I think it's very pretty. It's not like my first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning, so not super often, but I wouldn't say I never thought of it.
So how often is not that often?
Also, I think about the Trojan horse. Like,
okay. That's
that not Rome? Is that the horse's butt thingy? Above the horse's butt and they hide.
Yeah, they do that.
Is that not Rome? The Rome thing?
They do that.
Why is everybody so quiet?
Because I'm pretty sure it was Greek.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was very cool.
Okay, I honestly think about a lot of Greek mythology before Roman mythology, but I get them mixed up. I'll be fine. I'll admit that. It's because Greek mythology is cooler. Okay.
I think mythology in general is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, I would go to the library as a kid and grab all those like weird mythology books. Love that shit.
You went to a library as a kid?
I loved books as a kid.
Nerd!
I was like an Egyptian mythology nerd.
Oh, me too. Oh my god. That Egyptology book, even though it was kind of scuffed, it was great.
Yeah, I went to a museum exhibit about Egypt, like ancient Egypt once, and this is when I was, I must have been 7, and I was correcting the guide constantly. I was that kid. Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay, I think you're a sexy nerd, babe, don't worry. It's fine. I'll educate you in the ways of the non-nerdiness. I can't say that I was a
Greek mythology.
Ew. Greek.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Are you too high class educated?
I'm not here to feed you a pomegranate.
Or I can feed myself a pomegranate. Or I can get a sexy demon back there to feed me a pomegranate.
Teach me the ways, they just explode on me.
well, if you're lucky, T will be exploding on you.
I'm just saying, who doesn't enjoy a little explosion now and then?
True.
Also,
especially when it's an explosion of affection. Right.
that how often do you think of Rome is like a big meme thing because
I know.
because like I think about Rome at least once a week, right?
What about Pompeii?
Do you really?
For sure. Just like when you think of stuff, you're like, oh yeah, aqueducts, irrigation.
You're
reason-
looking at a Caesar salad.
The only reason I think about it like once a week is because it keeps popping up as a meme.
Exactly.
But before that, I very rarely thought of Rome.
No, I definitely thought of Rome a lot.
I
it's a guy thing apparently.
I think if I mean, although I did have to what was it? Pompeii's Rome, right? Double checking.
Yes.
I should have been like asking for a friend. But like the only reason I think about that is I had to read a book for it on like Pompeii and stuff like that. Also that one song.
And the walls came tumbling down. That song?
Hey, so last question. Did City steal all the neck? I have a neck. It's just a little blurry.
I don't have
It's not that I stole it, it's that T gave it to me.
Yeah, and you should be happy about that. I gave you the neck, okay? I didn't just give you head, I gave you the neck too. You should be happy. I was trying to give it all to you.
And now apparently I look like a thumb.
Yeah, you remember Spy Kids?
Oh,
You
what
know
is
the thumb
it? What are they
thumbs?
called? Thumb thumbs? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Jeez. Look. I was trying my best, but clearly my best was not good.
Oh no,
enough
it's
here.
great. I think it's great.
Is
Yeah,
that why
it's
I'm being
sarcastic.
chased? Because you're like, why did you do this to me too? As you still like vigorously hover across the room.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right?
Yeah. That's why Ziddy's like, you can see their body is like specifically aimed at me. Not CZ.
This is
'Cause
one of
they're-
T's nightmares.
They're mainly chasing me.
Yeah, I'm
CZ's just
exiting.
also there and is just kind of caught up. It's like I'm chasing CZ, but Ziddy's chasing me.
You were being
So
chased
CZ
down the hallway, and then you came down the hallway to me. And I turn around, I'm like, ah!
No, ZZ's like, damn girl, you dream like this?
I don't have dreams like this. I don't understand how you guys have nightmares.
My nightmares are usually really fucking weird and not even nightmares, but they like cause the fear response.
I don't think I've had a nightmare.
Oh
in-
yeah, I get that.
ever.
Where it's like it shouldn't be scary, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, because like it's like your brain releases the like fear chemicals,
Yep.
but like when you look back on it, you're like, why? Like why?
Yep.
Have you ever had the opposite where you feel like it's something you should be scared of, but you didn't get the fear response?
Yeah, that's pretty much what my like recent nightmares have been, where I'm like, nah, not dealing with this. But like last night, I had a really gory dream. There was a bunch of people who were like dancing and sacrificing themselves, and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that happens.
Damn.
Oh yeah, the
I think-
sacrificial dance party. We've all
But
had that.
all I could think of when I woke up was like, how would they practice that? It was really coordinated.
I mean, what was it? For me, the nightmares that like I had that weren't nightmares. You know, like they were the ones that were dreams that should have been nightmares that I think of like the most commonly is the one where my sister chased me around a table with a chainsaw, and it was like really weird because like she was chasing me around the table. And it was like a table at school. It was a very specific room at my school, and she was chasing me around the table with a chainsaw. And I was like just running away, like laughing as I looked back, like, oh, this is fun.
Just another day.
I know. And then the other one was where I had my legs bitten off by a shark, and I was like screaming, and then I was like, ah! And then like after like 2 seconds, I was like, it doesn't hurt. Why? Like, I don't have any legs, but I'm fine.
See, you saying the chasing thing just reminds me of a couple days ago. Well, actually a week ago now, when I was house sitting, and apparently there was a dude naked on the balcony climbing up where I was house sitting. This is in reality.
This is
And
not a dream.
and the neighbor was chasing him away with a gun.
It
and-
feels like it should be a
and
dream.
and I,
It
I'm the
feels like a
house.
dream
I'm
scenario.
house sitting. I don't know any of this is going on. I get a message about it the day after. Just like, oh, by the way, someone tried to break in, and your and the neighbor like chased them away using a gun.
I'm just imagining. Okay, no, I know this isn't what happened, but in my head, I'm just imagining. So like, Cece's like downstairs while he's house sitting. Like he's house sitting, nobody else is around, and so Cece's just chilling. Like maybe he's doing some like kitchen karaoke, and he's like, "Prima donnas, girls." Yeah.
That is not a
and then
song
like
I sing.
upstairs is like this naked guy like, "Ooh, free house. Let me get all my naked butt germs over every surface. I'ma rub in the shower. I'ma rub on the bed.
I want to
rub
correct
on
the story.
table."
CZ would be singing I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It and crying.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
It's a good song.
And then the neighbor's like, "Honey, get your gun.
Get your gun, he's
Oh,
singing
that's
again.
amazing.
Oh, there's a naked guy up there.
Get the gun again. He's back."
Like,
So
why was he
yeah.
naked? Why was he climbing into
maybe
where I'm
that's
house
just like he just didn't. It was like, you know, the one Patrick, was it Patrick Court? Where he was like, guess this is just a no pants day. Yeah.
That
I mean, was it
SpongeBob
when it was
and
like
you.
36 degrees?
Oh yeah.
It was the 2 days after that.
Oh, okay, well no, he's got no good reason to be naked.
Yeah.
It's not naked weather.
It's not naked weather.
Anyways, we've come to the end of our questions, and that is the end of this episode of the Graveyard Shift, episode 4. As per usual, we'll probably stick around for maybe like 10 minutes after, have a little bit of banter exclusive to the stream. So, you know, if you wanted to listen to some of that banter, maybe you should come by for when we stream the episodes. Watch the episode live at T time or T_time on Twitch. So yeah, thanks.
And maybe next
You guys
time.
have anything to say before the end of the episode?
Yeah, maybe next time we'll get the number of the episode right at in the outro. It's number 3.
It's number 3. Oh, I was thinking it was the episode 4 because I forgot we missed last time.
This is number 3.
Well, I'm sorry.
I
We
mean,
missed
the way we're going
whole
on,
one.
we can make
Okay.
it.
Yeah, dude, I could make it a 2-parter. This is 4 as well.
I have to pee.
I have
No.
No, it's already done.
Okay, we stopped the recording. That was the end. I probably should have also plugged Zid during that recording and been like, hey, you can check out Zid on their Twitch.
Yeah, check
But I
out Zid at
You can just leave it after dark.
/Zidphoid.
Yeah.
ZIDPHOID.
She's
'Cause
the
I'm
one
still
with the face.
She's the
Thank you
face.
for the. I
Alright.
mean, look.
And so Zid, would you like to say a little bit to give us, like, send us off here?
No, I'm good.
You're going.
Alright, thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming.